So thank you for coming. Can I please ask everyone who can actually please take a seat? Please take a seat. So Sat Sri Akal and welcome to Harman Foundation annual event Light and Hope. My name is Neeru Singh and I'm going to be your host for tonight. And with me, I've got my friend Amy.
Hello everyone. My name is Amy Roy and I'll be Neeru's co-host, lovely Neeru's co-host for the night. It's really wonderful to see the events opening up once again after what have been really strange 2 years. So welcome once again. We are at the Light and Hope Gala fundraiser event organized by Harman Foundation. I would actually like to humbly request you all to rise up because we're just about to play the national anthem and we would request you to continue standing while we play the Shabad as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are young and free. We've golden soil and wealth fertile. Our home is God by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, then let us sing, advance Australia fair. Beneath the radiant Southern Cross, we'll toil with hearts and hands to make this commonwealth of ours renowned above the lands. For those who come across the seas, we've boundless plains to share. With courage, let us all combine to advance Australia fair.
Thank you. Can I please request everyone to be standing for Deshi Vavar Mohe Hai.
बोले सोनिहाल
Sri Akal.
देह शिवा बर मोहे है शुभ कर मनते कबहू न टरो देह शिवा बर मोहे है शुभ कर मनते कबहू न टरो
शुभ कर मनते कबहू न डरो।
न डरो और सो जब जाए लड़ो निश्चय कर अपनी जीत करो
निश्चय कर अपनी जीत
करो देह शिवा बर मोहे
देह शिवा बर मोहे।
अरसिक हो अपने ही मन को एह लालच हो गुण को उचरो
लालच हो गुण को उचरो।
जब आओ कि औद निधान बने अत हिरन में तब जूझ मरो
हिरन में तब जूझ मरो, अत हिरन में तब जूझ मरो।
बोले सोनिहाल
Sri Akal.
देह शिवा पर मोहे है शुभ कर मनते कबहू न टरो अपनी जीत करो देह शिवा वर मोहे.
Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. Now that we've got the blessings from Almighty, as we say, the next up, which is very important part, that we have to invite, or we should actually recognize our indigenous people and their connections to the land. So to do the honors, I would like to invite on stage Auntie Zona Wilkinson. Auntie Zona is a proud Gimiliri, northwestern New South Wales woman. She began painting in the late 1960s as a reflection of her inner spirit. Zona is a talented indigenous woman who has worked in arts industry as an artist. She's an art teacher. Zona is also heavily involved in the Aboriginal community football knockout that is held each year and is a major event. Can I please ask everyone to put your hands together for Auntie Zona? Auntie Zona, please on the stage.
My name is Zona Wilkinson. I'm a Gamaroi Wonnarua woman, and that's on the wheat belt around Moree Gunnedah, so I run along that Golden Mile as well. I've lived in the area for 50 years, built a house in the area for 50 years because it was such a great, supportive community. And I find that here today, so I'm honoured to be here today in front of you. I'd like to acknowledge the Aboriginal community, the elders both past and present, but I'd also like to acknowledge what this group of people have done here within communities all over New South Wales and further afield, and supported every culture, which I think is very important for unity and growth. So I'd like to thank you very much and have a very good evening. I think it's marvellous of what you're doing, and if the Aboriginal community can help you in any way, please call on us. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that, Auntie Zona. Wasn't that lovely? So thank you once again, everyone, for coming. Sorry, I don't think the microphone is off. Thanks. We would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude towards all the guests here tonight, and especially to the community supporters as well as the government officials who have actually spared some time to be with us tonight. I would read out some of the names. Honourable Michelle Rowland MP, Honourable Stephen Bally MP, Honourable Kevin Connolly MP, Dr. Jeff Lee MP, Ms. Andrea Lamas, Blacktown Workers Club President Kay Kelly, Club Vice President Jack Miller and partner Pat Mills, Business Development Manager Simon Graham, Sydwest Multicultural Services Chief Operating Officer Nathan Burbridge, and everyone from our local, our lovely Blacktown City Council, the Mayor, Honourable Tony Bleasdale OAM, Councillor Dr. Maninder Singh, Councillor Susai Benjamin, Councillor Livingston Chetlapalli, Councillor Kushpinder Kaur, and Director City Living, Vanessa Parks. Not just them, I would like to warmly welcome and also thank you so much for sparing your time today to each and everyone who is here tonight. Without your continuing support, Harman Foundation would be nothing. So please put your hands together for all of you to celebrate all of you that are here today. We're just about to play a video, and Neeru, my co-host, is going to come up and introduce the video first.
Can we please have the video? And then we'll talk about the video later. I think it's amazing that we do have support as a for Harman Foundation from Her Excellency, and that says a lot of things about the foundation itself. You will hear about the foundation a lot more, and we will have videos and people will actually talk about, we will be able to present the report as well. So there is a lot more information that will actually come through. But I would like to say that, every single one of you who is actually here tonight do understand and do support Harman Foundation and the charity that it has been doing, the fantastic work that Harman Foundation has been doing. The volunteers, each year, the number of volunteers, they are actually growing. They come, they work, and off they go, because they believe that this is a right cause, this is the correct cause, and this is the need of the time. So without further ado, on behalf of Harman Foundation, I would like to say thank you to Her Excellency. And as you know, during COVID, Harman Foundation has gone above and beyond to actually help out people who really needed the support, who really needed food, who needed shelter, who needed medicine, you name it, and Harman Foundation has actually delivered it. So it goes without saying that, how much work is actually gone behind the scenes, to put everything together. I would like to say that, yes, this is a fun night, but these are very important messages that we do need to actually give out. We can't say enough thank yous to our sponsors, to our VIPs, to Member of Parliament, to everyone who actually support us tonight. There is a number of activities happening tonight, so if you want to actually get raffles, can I please request everyone to actually put their hands in the pocket, because there are excellent prizes for raffles. For kids, we've got a poster competition. So if any kid is actually interested, there are posters that you can actually paint, and the theme of the poster is, who are we as a Harman Foundation? So please get involved. You will be given posters, paper, pen, everything will be provided to you, and I would like you to actually get involved and win prizes. Raffles, there are heaps of prizes, there's auction coming up, you name it, and we have it. And not to mention, right at the end, the reason that you're here, obviously, yummy food and dancing. So, I've got my flats. I hope that, lovely ladies have got their flats as well. If you didn't bring, don't worry about it. Just throw them out and just get onto the dance floor. All right. So we would like to present our next video. The next video is about men's health. Because often we focus on kids, yes, and we focus on the women. But sometimes we do actually forget the men. They are human beings as well, and things can, have an impact on them as well. So I would like to actually play a very small video on men's health, please. Can I please request everyone, where possible, to be quiet? That'll be really, really appreciated. Thank you. Apologies about the technical issues. It should play shortly. It is a very powerful message that we are actually trying to convey, as 1 in 7 men, they do actually, 7 men every day, they commit suicide. I know it's heavy, and probably, it might actually impact few people, but, these things are important that we need to actually get it out to everybody. And that's the core business of Harman Foundation, you know, making everyone aware about the domestic violence, about the mental issues. We might have to just play this video later on, so we'll actually move on to our next ceremony, and Amy will be announcing that soon.
Okay, as Neeru advised, we do have a bit of a technical issue, but in the meantime, why don't we hear from our mayor, Honourable Tony Blaisdell, OAM. So, Blacktown City Council, as well as the mayor wants you to clap, put your hands together louder, come on, louder. He's the man at the council. Yeah, he's the leader of the council. He is the local leader of the local government. So, Blacktown City Council, as well as the Honourable Mayor, they've been a huge support to the cause of Harman Foundation. So, we would like to really, really thank him for the support that he has been providing. And just a couple of words about him. So he has been awarded the Order of Australia Medal in the Queen's 2010 Honours list for his service to the community as a supporter of charitable organisations and for his contribution to local government in the Blacktown area. So, whilst I'm welcoming Mayor, can I ask you something very quickly to you? I'll get you the microphone.
Okay, ask me the question.
Sure. So
This is for $1 million, by the way. Ask me the question.
I can see that you're the man of the charitable organizations.
Yes.
So, would you rank Harman Foundation to be one among the top 5 in your list?
Absolutely. Look, I think the organisation, as you and I know, is doing so many wonderful things. Blacktown City is a city of 410,000 people. We need organisations like the Harman Foundation. Why? People are doing it tough out there, and Harman Foundation is doing a magnificent job in supporting families, supporting individuals, and of course, for us as a council, that is so important, in particular in the last 2 years. As you know, it's been a very difficult time. People today are still doing it very tough. Inflation, cost of living, petrol, and of course, anything that can ease the pain for families in Blacktown City, the Harman Foundation have been involved. And that's what I appreciate, in particular, dealing with domestic violence and things of that sort.
I was just about to ask you that question. Can I put you on the spot a bit?
Tell
What's
me.
your favorite part of what Harman Foundation does?
I think the domestic violence is the most important thing. I think it is a major problem and an issue in Blacktown itself. I'm not hiding the facts. The facts are we have one of the highest domestic violence levels in Australia. And why? We are a major, large city. That's the reality of it. But the pressure on families is absolutely unbelievable. So at the end of the day, we need to make sure that we protect our women in particular throughout Australia, not just in Blacktown, but throughout Australia. And of course, domestic violence of any sort is not acceptable in any way, manner, shape or form.
Thank you so much, Mayor. The floor is yours. Can we please give him some more attention? I know that the food is being served, but the Mayor has got something really important to say. So please pay some attention towards the Mayor. Thank you.
I love that attention, I really do, you know that. I don't have a very big ego, as you can see. But ladies and gentlemen, look, first of all, I think it's important I put my glasses on, wherever they are. I found them. Otherwise, I would be speaking in a different language. So, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome tonight. Tonight is a very, very special night, as you and I know. And we're dealing with a whole range of fundamental issues that impact on our communities. And of course, it is a credit to the Harman Foundation that this organisation tonight have organised this wonderful night of enjoyment. And I think this is the important thing. The important thing is raising some funds, raising some monies. But before I say anything else, let me acknowledge that the Darrick people were the original custodians of the land on which I speak to you tonight. We pay our respects to elders, past and present, and acknowledge this was and always shall be Darrick land. It is a pleasure to join you this evening at the annual Harman Foundation fundraising dinner. And I wish to acknowledge our local members of Parliament and my fellow councillors. Of course, the federal member for Greenway, Michelle Rowland, she's here tonight. Fantastic. Michelle, welcome tonight. Wonderful. Also, of course, the state member for Blacktown, Stephen Barley, former mayor of Blacktown City. Taught me everything I know, believe it or not. And of course, Kevin Conley, the member for Riverston. And I think we have Steve, MP. Yeah, look, the memory, old age. Welcome tonight, everybody. Nevertheless, it is a pleasure to be here tonight. The Harman Foundation, as you and I know, has enormous support in the local community. For many years, of course, providing a range of services to our community, including a 24-hour helpline, food for those in need, and chaplaincy services for those who have been aggrieved, those who, of course, have been involved in domestic violence and other matters, mental illness in particular as well. So they do a magnificent job. The Harman Foundation is run, I know, by a committed group of volunteers and, of course, offers free community support services for those who need it most. And let me tell you, people are doing it tough. They're really doing it tough. So at the end of the day, the foundation itself has touched the lives of many and is heartwarming to see an organization such as this offering practical help within our Blacktown community and beyond. Thanks to their dedication, ladies and gentlemen, they contributed more than 1.3 million into the Australian economy by volunteering their time and skills during COVID in 2020 and 2021. This is absolutely astonishing. So come on, give them a big hand on that regard. I'll give you some facts and figures. The foundation has distributed something like 10,000 hampers that include food, clothing, essentials to support the 2,000 to 3,000 or more disadvantaged families in our community. So we are very, very proud of that. They've attended more than 10,000 calls from people seeking help. That's how bad it is out there. Families are doing it tough. They need support. They need to know that somebody loves them. Somebody loves them, and somebody wants to give them support. And this is a great city, I must tell you. We have a city based on tolerance, respect, and love for each other. And we don't care where you come from. You can come from the moon, you can come from Mars, and if you're a refugee, you have a double welcome in Blacktown City, as far as I'm concerned as the mayor of the city. Domestic violence, ladies and gentlemen, is the scourge of our communities, and is one of the areas where the Harman Foundation has helped so much through its victims, support network and services. Since its inception, the foundation has assisted more than 1,000 women and children who suffered from domestic and family violence and poverty. As you and I know, every week a woman throughout Australia dies due to domestic violence. We cannot accept that kind of behaviour. It's not acceptable in any way, manner, shape or form. So the Harman Foundation, let me tell you, has been very much in the forefront of dealing with violence and poverty of those in our community who need assistance. They've also provided food, shelter for more than 100 women and 16 children escaping domestic violence at the Harman Foundation Empowerment and Refugee House, nicknamed Her House. It became operational in October 2016. And it goes like this. What do? A woman who's been bashed and tortured, and of course is being thrown out the front door by men in particular. where does she go? And this is where the Harman Foundation does a magnificent job in giving that support, where a woman can go with children and obtain that support. Ladies and gentlemen, Blacktown City Council has been a strong and constant campaigner against domestic violence, and we welcome the Harman Foundation as a partner in our campaign. It is crucial that council community organisations continue to provide support and raise awareness of this issue that often will tear families apart. Council is pleased to work with organisations such as the Harman Foundation as we work towards creating a safer community, and we must do this as a community. And those who are subject to domestic violence must come forward and tell us the problems, see whether we can help, in particular with the Harman Foundation. Ladies and gentlemen, I understand that all the proceeds from tonight's dinner tonight will go towards, number one, helping the Harman Foundation assist victims of domestic violence. 2, supporting Harman's chaplaincy services. 3, funding resilience, relief and recovery programs, and supporting the 24/7 helpline, hotline, in order to give that assistance to families who fear for their lives on a day-to-day basis. Ladies and gentlemen, as the Mayor of Blacktown City, I'm so proud to be here tonight, being able to send a message to all of us to understand some of the issues that are impacting on our communities. Therefore, I need your support tonight to be generous in regards to the fundraising and to make sure that we can deal with this terrible issue going forward. But without organisations like the Harman Foundation, where would we be? It'd be a terrible thing. Nevertheless, at the end of the day, they are doing a fabulous job. Ladies and gentlemen, God bless you all, and give as much as you can tonight. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Honourable Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you for filling us in on the facts and figures, and also for recognizing the work that the Harman Foundation has been doing. And now it's time to hear from a true local, Michelle Rowland MP. We all know her as a smiling face in the Green Bay area. She has actually had a very successful career in law before she moved to politics. And she has been a woman of versatility. She has served as Deputy Mayor of Blacktown City Council, Chair of Screen New South Wales, and as a Director of Western Sydney Area Health Service. And she's currently a Shadow Minister of Communications and a big-time supporter of Harman Foundation as well. So before we hear from Michelle, you've worked in a lot of different areas. What is your absolute favorite? Like, you've been the chair of Screen New South Wales, you know, you've worked in health services, you've worked in law, like now you're, obviously the Shadow Minister in Communications. What's your absolute favorite area?
Well, actually, none of those that you mentioned. My absolute favourite job is being a mum, I would have to say. And, especially as all of our public officials here would know who've put themselves up for election, and as anyone knows, when you're busy at work and busy with the business of life, and you have moments that take you away from your kids, I think that's when you appreciate them more. But the kids are much more resilient than I think they are, but certainly that is my absolute favourite job of all, is being a mum.
Absolutely. Perfect role modelling. Thanks, Michelle. And what do you like the best about Harman Foundation? Now that you're on the stage, you have to tell us about it.
Well, the thing about Harman is, I think it's twofold. Firstly, they operate in a way where other people want to become involved, like yourself, like the good people who donate different things for tonight. They attract support from right across the political spectrum, including the council, all levels of government. And I don't think there would be a single time when Harman has sought financial or other support where people have turned them away because they are so reputable. So I think that's the first thing to note. And the second is the authenticity of the people who are involved. The thing that really struck me over the last 12 months being involved with Harman is, one night I went out to their Alpha Park outreach, and this was during COVID, it was during lockdown, we thought we had it hard. If you're homeless in Blacktown during lockdown, you had it hard. And just the sheer love and care that they showed to their fellow human beings, it was absolutely authentic. And I'll never forget, it was one of my really clear memories of lockdown. I saw one of the photos came up from that night and I remember it really well. I just remember the volunteers from Harman who were there, they were there with love and it was so genuine.
That is so lovely of you to say that, Michelle. Thank you so much. Volunteers, all the volunteers of Harman Foundation rejoice. So here's special appreciation from Michelle. With that, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much. I guess there was probably just one other thing to say, and that is I had the privilege of being invited by Harinda and Meninda to undertake some consultations about what we actually need. Our good mayor told us about the issues involved with family and domestic violence, unfortunately, in our area. But her house really is a place that provides an opportunity for people to live with some normality, live without fear, and really take care of one another. And that's why I was so pleased that part of the feedback that was given from that occasion went into formulating a really good policy that we announced only last month, and that is to fund an additional 60 culturally and linguistically diverse social workers in family and domestic violence. And that will make a really big difference. It's a really practical difference that I think will be felt by all the work that organisations like the Harman Foundation do. And it's something that if in government, we would certainly want to implement, and I would strongly advocate come to the Harman Foundation. So thank you so much for having me here tonight. We need to dig deep for the auction and other raffle prizes, but yet again, this event so well supported from around our community. Thank you to the sponsors, thank you to the businesses, thank you to everyone who's come along, and it's always a great privilege to be involved with the Harman Foundation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Michelle, for that lovely speech. So, there is a performance coming up pretty soon, which is going to blow your mind away. But before that, let me quickly touch upon something exciting that's happening here tonight. Raffles. As Michelle mentioned, thanks to all our donors and, all the people that have been supporting us, we do have a few raffle ticket prizes here available today. The tickets are 1 for $5 or 3 for $10. And there are so many prizes to be won. Vouchers from Star Car Wash, Blacktown Workers Club, Mahar Indian Cuisine, Little Rock Cafe, and also there is a colouring competition that's running for the kids. So all kids listen, there is a colouring competition that's happening, and the actual theme of the colouring competition, the poster theme is Harman Foundation, Who You Are. The best thing is that every kid that is participating in the colouring competition is going to get a prize. And on top of that, there are 5 hampers to be won for the winners of the poster competition as well. So make your way towards the competition. And as you're enjoying your dinner, can I please request you to be a little bit quiet and respectful towards what's happening on the stage, because, obviously our leaders are coming over and talking. I know I've been talking for some time. I'll step out and the performance is waiting for you. So just so that you're aware of all these different things, and I will quickly touch upon our sponsor names today. SNCL Packaging, ARC Innovations, Desire Creations, Haveli Indian Restaurant, Har Guru Car Wash, Core Collections, Mahar Indian Cuisine, Gem Homes, Varata Estate Agents, Sidwest Multicultural Services, Nana Group Australia, Belmont Homes, Core Legal, A Royal Event, Golden Grain Mills, Greywall Farms, Vantage Lux Homes, Sahara Funerals, Candor Stone Benchtop Party Limited, JAP Taxation, Ash Designs, SAM, Infinitive Finance Solutions Party Limited, and McGrath Real Estate. Our charity partners are Fateh Foundation, Metro, World Malayali Council, Saya Touching Lives, Indian Women Empower, CMRC, PECOSA, India Club, Turbans for Australia. And the media partners are Punjab Times, Desi Australia, the Punjab Herald, Indian Link News, PTC Punjabi, Public Telegraph, Hanji Radio, The Unmute, Friends World TV, Kehte Sunte, India Down Under, Apna Friends Channel, Ranjit Khera, Amandeep Banipal, and Kaushal. So once again, I would like to thank everyone. And now, thank you very much. And now, it's the time for the performance that you have been looking out for. It's going to be a mesmerizing performance. Kathak. Would you know where the word Kathak is coming from? It's actually from the word, it's originated from the word Katha, which means story. And in that sense, the performers are going to be telling a story today. And it's a very multicultural performance as well, Kathak, because, you know, it's inspired from the whirling dervishes, the twirls and whirls of Turkey, and the costume is a bit Persian. And it's said that the Spanish flamenco dance is it has actually originated from Kathak. And today, Ruchi Sankhi Dance Company is about to do a Kathak performance for us. It is going to be something called Jugalbandi, where there will be a duet between two dancers or two set of dancers, which we are just about to witness. A robust, a vigorous, a beautiful, beautiful performance. So please put your hands together for these lovely, lovely dancers.
Wow. Thank you, girls. Please stay on the stage. You girls gave me goosebumps, really. Reminded me of Pakiza, Devdas, and latest, Deepika Padukone's. Thank you so much. Please, can we please give a big, big round of applause to these wonderful girls and how they performed. Can we maybe squeeze together a little bit so we can actually present to you the certificate? And can I please invite Mrs. Devinder Sethi to come on the stage and give the certificate? Zoya Sangi, Dia Singla, Anvi Singla, Arshia Bansi, Ashtira, and I apologize if I don't pronounce your names correctly, Advitya, Ria, Sanvi, Jivi, Ishra, Anika, Avani, Shelly, Sahibjot, Manveer, Arjun, oops, no, that's the wrong one, and Shelly. Big, big round of applause for these girls. Yeah, so they're going to go down for a group photo downstairs outside. Thank you. You guys were just amazing. So guys, please put your hands in your pocket and please buy raffle tickets. There are amazing prizes, as Amy has actually described before. And also kids, if you want to get involved with the poster competition, please feel free so. Okay, I would like to invite now Amy for our next guest. Amy?
Thanks, Neeru. Thank you so much. Next up, we're about to hear from the Minister of Corrections, Honourable Dr. Jeff Lee, MP, who is the Minister for Corrections at the moment. So let's invite him. While he is making his way to the stage, let me quickly or briefly give an introduction on him. Jeff is someone who joined politics after a successful business career, after being a great businessman. And he is an academic, and he was appointed the Associate Dean of Engagement at UWS. After winning over Parramatta in 2011, he hasn't looked back. I can see some people from Parramatta over there, who is vouching for their representative. He has served as a Minister for Skills and Tertiary Education in the 2nd Berejiklian Ministry and is currently the Minister for Corrections. Please welcome Dr. Jeff Lee.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you, Amy.
Well, okay, thank you.
I snuck out.
I thought, okay, sorry. Thank you so much for that. So, how are you enjoying your role as the Minister of Corrections?
It is a very different role. Can I say that? I've done many ministries now. I have been the Minister for Multiculturalism, which was a delight. And one of the good things about being the Minister for Multiculturalism, everybody wanted to come and see you. They'd want to come and, and see you and tell them about their communities and see how wonderful their communities. Can I say, as a Minister for Corrections, nobody wants to come and see me. But can I say, if you do unfortunately end up in jail, anyone here tonight, I could probably get them a single bunk room.
That's a word. Can I take it? Like for everyone else, not just for me?
Can I say that you'd never want to go to jails? I see what jails are like and they're not nice places. But we do our best.
Yeah, that's great. So it's been a huge change from being the Minister of Multiculturalism to being the Minister of Skills and Tertiary Education to now be. But you keep the place running, don't you? Thank you for doing that.
No. Can I say it's a really important portfolio? Because I always say to people, none of us ever think about it until you drive past a jail and see the barbed wire. But can I say the officers that work and the people that work in corrections are some of the most hardest working, finest people, and I think they're some of the people that we never recognise. We recognise our nurses and our firefighters and our teachers, but during COVID, I tell you, we had to keep COVID out of our prisons and they were on the frontline services, so I'd like to pay tribute to those guys.
Absolutely. And one last question. When was the first time you heard about Harman Foundation?
I don't know the exact date, but it was quite a few years ago.
Okay, and what do you like about it?
Can I say, I think to me the most stunning success of the Harman Foundation is since 2013, created in 2013, how many people and how many families the Harman Foundation has helped throughout that time and how professional the Harman Foundation is. And I think it's a real tribute to the volunteers, to the people that work hard day in, day out for assistance to the community. So I think that's the most impressive thing.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Dr. Lee. So they're yours. Can we please be quiet? Dr. Lee is about to speak.
Well, thank you, Amy. Thank you for that. Can I just, I'll be really quick because I know when a politician sits down, no one ever says, I wish he spoke or she spoke longer. So I'm going to be quick. Can I recognise all the distinguished people? You can tell them they're all at the tables up the front here. I should recognise my special friend Kevin Connolly. He's going to come up and do the next dance along with Steve Barley. Steve and Kevin have been practising for the last month to do a traditional Indian dance, and it's going to be a real clanger. They apply me, so I'll be really looking forward to that. Can I just say a special shout out to everybody here today to raise funds for the Harman Foundation. I've been very impressed to learn about how over the COVID time they've helped over 2,500 families, produced over 10,000 food packages, and taken 10,000 inbound and outbound calls during COVID. So can I congratulate the Harman Foundation, congratulate everyone here today raising money. Can I say thank you to all the sponsors, because without you guys none of this would be possible. And most importantly, can I thank you guys here. I should recognise the Mayor. This is Blacktown. It's a really nice town, Blacktown. The hall looks beautiful. Does, Mayor? The hall looks beautiful. It's nearly as nice as Parramatta, but that's a different story. Can I say it's been an absolute honour and a privilege. I'm Jeff Lee, MP for Parramatta. I hope you have a wonderful night. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Lee. How's the entrees, guys? I can see some empty plates on the table, so that's good. That tells me that food is really yummy. I hope it wasn't too hot for our lovely people who don't enjoy spices that much. But here we are. It's going really smooth, and I really want to thank you, each and one of you, who's here tonight, for your patience and your support. All right, so moving along, they always say, do good and good will happen to you, okay? And no one becomes poor by giving. So please, again, my appeal, my request that please put your hands in your pockets and buy raffle tickets. Now, next one, there are few more ceremonies which are kind of formalities, we can say, that we'll go through. And then once we actually open up the dance floor, it's going to be all yours. It's going to be a fun night. Now, I would like to invite up on the stage Dr. Maninder Singh Ji. As we all know, Mr. Maninder Singh Ji, he's the chairman of Harman Foundation. And you might have actually heard him before. He's very quiet when he speaks. And there is a pleasantness about the way he actually speaks. He's very humble about his doings and how he actually presents. And I would like you guys to actually put your hands together for Mr. Maninder Singh Ji, Harman Foundation, Chairman of Harman Foundation, to say a few words to you. Thank you, Maninder Ji.
Dr. Maninder Singh is sitting over here. Thank you, Dr. Maninder Singh. I took over your place. Thank you very much for today. Hello everyone. Sat Sri Akal, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome everyone today. Firstly, I acknowledge that we meet today on an Aboriginal land, the land of Darug Nation, and I pay my respect to their elders, past, present, and emerging. Good evening and a very warm welcome to Mayor of Blacktown City Council, Tony Blaisdell, OAM, our Honorable Chief Guest, Ms. Michelle Rowland, Federal Member for Greenway. We've got State MPs and Minister Ms. Jeff Lee, I think he's just departed. He's welcome as well. State MPs, Mr. Stephen Bali from Blacktown, Dr. Jeff Lee from Parramatta, Mr. Kevin Connolly representing Riverstone, all are welcome. I also welcome the councillors and other members from Blacktown City Council. Thank you very much for coming today and sparing your time today. Thanks a lot again. Sorry, I have taken few pakoras. I take pride in welcoming Blacktown Workers Club. President Kay Kelly, thank you for coming today. Vice President Jack Miller with their partners, thank you for coming, and other staff members, China Mamari, thank you for joining us and supporting us all these years. Also very warm welcome to our sponsors, community supporters and media partners. They are the ones who are supporting us all the time. Thank you once again. And on behalf of Team Harman, I call it Team Harman, which is everybody, including yourself, and those who could not make it. I extend a warm welcome to everyone here. We are so honored and privileged to be surrounded by such a generous group of people. The atmosphere that has been created by everyone is so amazing. I can gather a lot of love, passion, and dedication of Team Harman, who has helped to organize this event. Thank you everyone, all the volunteers and every one of you present here for sparing your time and spending money to be here and helping Harman Foundation. So join with me and have a big round of applause for everyone present here. I just want to share a very brief journey of Harman Foundation. The journey of Harman Foundation is very emotional, wrapped with sweat and hard work of over 9 years. Team Harman includes every one of you sitting here, and also those community members who could not come today for some reason. We are privileged, but there are community members who are not that privileged as we are. Harman Foundation is committed to those victims who are our daughters, our sons, our sisters, our mothers, and they are kicked out of their homes, bruised, left on the street with their young children, and they need our support. Team Harman holds their hands. They hold their hands of those people who are not that privileged and bring smiles on them. We try to bring smiles as much as we can, and also empower them. That is more important. Empower them to stand on their own feet and find their own way of life. As I just want to recite one hymn from Guru Granth Sahib, Seva kart hoye neh kami, tisko hot parapat swami. This means he who performs selfless service without thought of reward, they shall attain his Lord and Master. So that's the aim, inner aim of the Harman Foundation. We try to do all selfless service. All our volunteers, all our well-wishers, all the community members who are connected with us, and every one of you who are a Team Harman. While I'm acknowledging the support of our sponsors and donors, I can proudly say that the Department of Communities and Justice, New South Wales, Department of Multicultural New South Wales, Honorable Michelle Rowland, Mr. Kevin Conley, Mr. Stephen Bali, and Honorable Mayor Tony Blaisdell have contributed greatly in approving grants for 12 projects during 2021. Thank you very much. With these projects, and from our own resources, Team Harman has been able to contribute 31,000 hours of community service. In 2021 and 21-22 at an approximate cost of $1.3 million. This is possible in spite of challenges of COVID, floods, fires, and so on, and very meager funding from the government departments. This task has been possible by Team Harman, which includes 250 plus volunteers. And all of them, and most of them are social workers, doctors, psychologists, solicitors, and from various other fields. They are the ones who have organized today's event. They are the ones who are standing with the community for supporting them. So last but not the least, I would like to conclude by saying that the effort of one person cannot move mountains. It is the strength of all of us who are sitting here, and those are the well-wishers of community. They could not come today. Working together can make the change. Let us make Australia a beautiful country to live than ever before. So on this occasion, I want to contribute $5,000 from my own pocket to Harman Foundation on today's occasion. And also I request all the present here to dig deep in your pockets to support the Harman Foundation and their cause and connect with us. Please connect with us. We'll need a lot of support in terms of in our governance and other areas. So thank you very much. Enjoy your evening and God bless you.
Thank you, Maninder ji. And we will come back to Dr. Maninder Singh later on. So, how's everything going, guys? I just have one question to ask to you guys. I just want to see how many people are here for family and friends. Can you put your hand up? For family and friends? Yeah? Many. Wow. 3, 4. I'm not going to count. Okay. How many are here for food? For food, drinks, gala night, dance, whatever you want to call it. Oh, love it. I hope you're enjoying your food. Okay, how many people who are here say to, or what are the other reasons that you're here? To promote your business maybe? Brand? Networking? So these are the things, just think about it. What are the reasons that you're here? And are we able to deliver that? You know, if not, can we please ask you guys to give us the feedback and how we can improve this Light and Hope annual event that we are actually planning to do each year. And there are many other events that is organized by Harman Foundation. So appeal again, you know, get involved, you know, help us so that we can actually support the community. Now, our next speaker, I would like to invite on the stage. I'm not going to say much about him. His name is Manu, and probably you have heard him before, but I would like to invite Manu, who is the co-founder of Harman Foundation. He would like to speak to you guys, or rather present a small presentation about Harman Foundation. And we might actually do a quick quiz later on about the Harman Foundation, either online or we might actually put you on spot. So please stay tuned and be alert. I would like to now invite Manu on the stage, please. Manu? Can I please have a big round of applause for Manu? This young fellow has actually come a long, long way.
Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. I've been asked to pull this back, so that's what I'll do. My name is Manu. I'm one of the co-founders of Harman Foundation, and sometimes when we come onto stage or when we just play in life, we forget to breathe, I think. So I just think I'll take a moment, and if we could also, let's just take a breath together, breathing in and holding just for a moment, and breathing out. One more, breathing in and holding and out. It's a privilege for me. It's a privilege for me and an honor to be presenting in front of you, and I want to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we are today, the Darug people, and acknowledge their elders past, present and emerging. Now, we're definitely here to have a good time. We're definitely going to have a good time. We're going to eat great food. We're going to be able to catch up with friends and family. People, maybe loved ones we haven't seen in some time. Going to enjoy some amazing performances, the Kathak performance. And we're going to also be able to connect with each other and mingle around people that you haven't seen in a while. And because of that privilege and that honor, we also are here to make sure those who don't have the opportunity to be here, those not necessarily who cannot be here but are going through things right now in their lives that prevent them from coming here today, they are also part of us. We are also connected to them one by one, and they are part of our family and part of our community. And so we're here to serve humanity, serve that community, and everyone here has already bought into that. By just being here today, purchasing a ticket, bringing yourself, bringing your family and your friends along, you've already subscribed to the fact that you do want to serve and connect with humanity. Now, this is in conversations with our CEO, but basically you are that touch, right? When our chair was speaking about Harman Foundation, this is Harman Foundation, yeah? It's the family and friends that connect together. It's family and family. So family helping family. We're not a huge corporate organization. What we are is filling the gap where it's required, which is culturally sensitive services. People that sound like you, that talk like you, and then can take you further and immerse you further into Australian society. That's what Harman Foundation is. We're in that room, we listen, we hold their hand, and you are that touch. Now, you've heard a lot about Harman Foundation. Our lovely mayor did a great job of giving us some of the highlights, so I'm not going to go through those. I'm going to go through why we're really here. We're going to keep going with that. And why we're really here is because people within this room and families within this room have needed our support, and they continue to need our support. We're actually going to hear directly from those families. Now, for legal reasons, we couldn't use the 10,000 or so calls that we get. We had to recreate them. However, this is a little, very small snapshot of the calls that we receive.
Hello, you've reached the Harman Foundation helpline. I've been in a very bad situation. I've been kicked out of my house like 20 times in the last month, and I'm sleeping in my car most of the times. Is there anything you can do for me or help me out with this situation, please? Hello, Harman Foundation. Yes, it is.
I'm so much isolated. I don't know what to do.
Hey, what happened?
I'm sick with COVID. I just need food. Hello, Harman Foundation. How can I help you?
Actually, मेरे ब्याह हुए ना 25 साल हो गए बच्चे ब्याहे गए आपको अपने ਕੰਮਾਂ ਤੇ ਲੱਗ ਗਏ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਫੈਮਲੀਆਂ ਆ ਗਈਆਂ ਮੈਂ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨਾਲੋਂ ਕਟਿਆ ਜਾ ਗਿਆ ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਗੱਲ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਕੇ ਰਾਜੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਹੈਲਪ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਆ ਵੀ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਨਾਲ ਆਪਣੀਆਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਾਂ
Now, that was just 3 calls that we put together. However, they don't represent everything. The things that you didn't hear is all the other government agencies calling us for support and Centrelink trying to place people through our services, meaning that the demand is there. People from Victoria, people from all over Australia calling that helpline and the case management then being done. Yeah, it's on your tables that there's about 31,000 man hours that go into the foundation. However, it's about 9,600 man hours after a call that continue for the whole year. Now, the 2 reasons really that we are here today is filling the gap of what needs to be done. And now mental health. Mental health is the first one. So it's pretty amazing the stats up there, but I just want to kind of bring it home. That means that there's 2 young people on each one of our tables, 2 young people and 1 person older than 25 years old who may have experienced suicidal thoughts within the pandemic just in the last couple of years. For it to get to that level, many things have happened, many things have not been served in terms of their needs, right? Now, if we bring it to our families, that means that 2 people right now are struggling to be able to finish school. We value school and education a lot. To be able to go to university, to be able to meet their life partner, to be able to travel, to do all of those things, those people are not getting to do that at the moment because of an underlying problem that's not just theirs but in our community. And so the Harman Foundation comes in, we receive those calls, we provide direct family support, we provide person-to-person support. So people can even come to our family directly and they want to speak with my sister, for example, because she's the person they relate to, right? So we're about building and creating relationships within the community that people can trust. And that all requires funding. And so this also leads to situations where you've got families overseas, their loved one has died in Australia during COVID, they have no ability to take their body back to India or anywhere in the world, and they are required to do all of the funeral services from abroad. Without organizations like ours, that's not possible. If you imagine having to let go of a loved one from abroad, maybe some of you have, it's a heart-wrenching thought. And of course, the second huge issue that we're all facing is domestic violence, and it's an unacceptable stat that's up there. And that stat's the end, remember? There's many, many steps before that that we as a society and community are letting ourselves down. Right, so that's crisis and things like that. We're not wanting it to get to that point. We're wanting to intervene well before that. Now, the way we do intervene when it gets close to that point is we have Her House. And Her House has housed 60 women, 40 children across the years that it's been open. That means that's 60 mothers, 60 sisters, 60 daughters, 60 people, 60 humans that have a life that they want to grow, that they want to commit to a life worth living, not the life that they came from. And that's really important. We need to create a life that is worth living and that they don't want to let go of, because then the comfort of the discomfort and that comfort of the past will no longer be an option. It's not enough to just remove the crisis and provide safety and security. It's about building from that point, and that's where we really need to step up our game. Now, as I said, the Harman Foundation is really just family-to-family support on this grand scale where we're able to be propped up by our volunteers and supports. And our story is really simple. We needed your touch, your help. Our family went through a life change where my brother, Harman Singh, who it's named after, passed away in 2011. And he passed away suddenly, and that left a huge void. And what we needed was the community. What we needed was professionals. What we needed was all the case management and support that the community provided. And that is all we tried to offer back. Not because it was something that, wasn't helpful for us or theoretical to us. It was because we felt it, and we felt the need for it in the community. And that's how we grew as well. That's what we needed. Now it's grown much, much bigger than that. It's not just about grief and loss or helping families. Obviously, you can see the scale of it. Now, every organization needs leaders, and this is only just a reflection of the team. All right, our leaders sometimes get recognized for certain things, but it's only because we have people like here, Supreet, doing all the sound, making sure it's all working. We have someone here taking some photos and spreading the message. It only happens, and then we get maybe acknowledged for it. So you can see that there is a demand, there is work to be done. And lastly, it's more about what can we do. What can we do? And that is to support the vision. The vision is people who can understand you will help you. That's always been the case. And so that's not about removing multiculturalism or diversity. That's about making sure that each and every one is supported. So I'm just going to mention Her House. Her House is currently housing only 5 women and all the children that come here at any one time, sometimes up to 6. The demand is actually 4 times that. We get calls, 1 call a day of domestic violence within this community, within the Indian community alone. We're not even counting the other communities we're getting it. 1 call of crisis in domestic violence means there's 1 family constantly in crisis, 1 woman that might need a place to stay that night. And we have those calls all the time. So for it to be 4 times as big, right, that's about purchasing a property. That's not about being in a rental and things like that. It's about being a purpose-built situation where we can not only remove crisis, but then empower. And empowerment, what everyone talks about empowerment, that's about creating something that they can really sink their teeth into, right? Having support beyond just, okay, you're safe, kind of, okay? So, without further ado, I think I've taken plenty of your time. The one thing you can do, we've got QR codes, I believe, on all the tables, and we've got QR codes up on the screens. You've got the foundation website. It'll take you, I think the QR code takes you through a GoFundMe page that you can donate however much or however little, and you've already donated by being here. So it's not really a push, it's a request. And as you know, your funds are very, very much needed, but also please donate where you have passion, where you have belief, and donate by supporting each other and taking time to breathe together, to smile together, and to love together. And so donate, share, and volunteer. And we'll just finish off on the slide that remember to be in the room, remember to listen, remember to hold someone's hand, and be that one touch. Sometimes we might hear those voices of crisis and take ourselves back, and I know I've done that as well. So let's take our step forward and just hold that hand. Have an amazing evening. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll leave it at that. Thank you. I am done, but the one quick thing I will say, just to change pace a little bit, I taught Bhangra or dance for a long time, as Niruji would attest to. So we're going to auction one live dance lesson here tonight, kind of thing. Anytime you want me to come over and teach you a bit of dance, that's going to be part of the auction tonight. You'll get to see the goods later on in terms of some moves. Right now, we'll focus on the next thing. Thanks.
Thank you, Manu. Big round of applause again for Manu Singh. I've actually seen him grow. And yes, he's a fantastic dancer. Jada pagda pandano maza aa janda. So, I think I will actually bid Manu. I will put my hand up, and I will actually put my hand up for your lesson. All right, moving along. The next one, guys, can I please request everyone to be quiet, especially at the back. I know the more fun at the back, but can I please request everyone to be quiet? That's to show respect to the person who's actually talking, who's standing here. Yep. If you can actually slap the person next to you who's actually talking, please do that. Feel free to do so. And please be respectful towards others. Now, the next, we are going to play a video, but I just want to do a disclaimer. Can I please request parents to be little mindful of their kids, because the video can be a little bit dark. I know it might not be the best platform, but these are the things we need to actually put it out there. That's why we are here, and we need to sometimes, shake things a little bit. We need to make you guys understand why we do things. There is a reason behind it. It's not only in books, it's not, in yap that we do, or we are actually trying to sell something. These people, they are real people. So just a disclaimer, please be mindful that, the content might be a little bit sensitive. It could be confronting, so just be mindful of that, and if your kids, if you can actually just tell them, if they are watching, if they ask questions, so please do that. All right, without further ado, I would like to play our next video. And this is actually the testimony of the victims who have actually gone through a lot in their life, and they had the courage. They stood up with the support, and they stood up and they were able to actually speak. So here it is. Can I please ask everyone to be as quiet as possible? Thank you so much. You're a wonderful, wonderful audience. Thank you.
मैं बहुत ज़्यादा mental, physical, financial every sort of abuse ਦੀ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਹੁਤ ਹਾਰਡ ਸੀਗਾ, ਸਪੈਸ਼ਲੀ ਬੱਚੇ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ।
ਇਹਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਾ ਦੈਟਸ ਨਾਰਮਲ, ਉਹ ਲਾਈਕ ਡੋਮੈਸਟਿਕ ਵਾਇਲੈਂਸ ਵੀ ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਹਨਾ, ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਮੰਥਲੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀ, ਫਿਰ ਵੀਕਲੀ, ਫਿਰ ਡੇਲੀ, ਹਰ ਟਾਈਮ ਬਸ ਕੰਟਰੋਲ ਕਰਕੇ ਰੱਖਣਾ ਨਾ, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਸੀ ਬਾਹਰ ਨਾ ਕਿਤੇ।
ਪਰ ਹਾਰਮਨ ਫਾਊਂਡੇਸ਼ਨ ਨੇ ਮੇਰੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਹੈਲਪ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਸਿਰਫ ਘਰ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਵਾਈਡ ਕੀਤਾ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਨਵਾਂ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਹੈ।
ਇੱਕ ਦਿਨ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਮੇਰੇ ਫਰੈਂਡ ਨੇ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਹਾਰਮਨ ਫਾਊਂਡੇਸ਼ਨ कॉल करो बड़ी हेल्प कर सकती फिर हरमन फाउंडेशन ਨੂੰ ਮੈਂ ਕਾਲ ਕੀਤੀ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲਾਈਕ ਕਿ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਦੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਇੰਨੀ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੋਈ ਨਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੇਰੀ ਹਰ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਹੈਲਪ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਸੇਫ ਹਾਊਸ ਮੇਰੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਲਈ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਸਟੈਪ ਤੋਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਮੇਰੀ ਹੈਲਪ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ ਮੈਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਸ਼ੁਕਰੀਆ ਨੇ ਆਫ ਕੋਰਸ ਸ਼ੁਕਰ ਕਰਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਰੱਬ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਹੁੰਚਾਇਆ
ਚਾਹੁੰਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਲੜਕੀ ਹੈ ਇੰਨਾ ਡਰ ਕੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਰਹਿਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਦਾ ਅਬਿਊਜ਼ ਟੋਲਰੇਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੇ ਹੱਕ ਲਈ ਲੜਨਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਖੜੇ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ ਮੇਰੀਆਂ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਭੈਣਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਜੇਕਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਵੀ ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਹਾਰਡ ਸਿਚੁਏਸ਼ਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋ ਪਲੀਜ਼ ਸਪੀਕ ਅਪ there is a lot of help around you you need to just raise your voice and once you just stand up there will be a lot of people to hold your hand like Harman Foundation
डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस बिल्कुल नहीं सहना चाहिए बस आगे चलो स्ट्रॉन्ग बनो रिस्पेक्ट कोई दोगा का नो नहीं तो बिल्कुल भी
Again, as I said before, I apologize if it has actually hurt anyone's sentiments, but these things are important for us. All right, moving right along. I can't believe how good you guys are. You guys are just fantastic. You know, नहीं तो बहुत रौला पैंदा है पंजाबी programs ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੈ ਪਏਗਾ ਬਾਅਦ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ and we are good for that. So big round of applause for you guys. I just want to see if you are awake. You are. हौली हौली ठीक है जी. Okay, so next up, I would like to invite a very, very special person who's an old friend and an inspiration to many, many people. I would like to call upon Ruma Mundi. Ruma Mundi is the honorary member of Harman Foundation, and she has done tremendous work for Harman Foundation, and she's the principal of McGrath. Can I please invite my friend and a lovely person, a beautiful human being, Ruma Mundi. Big round of applause for Ruma. I would like also request to Preet. There is a video that we would like to play for Ruma. And if I can invite Harinderji to come on the stage, or Maninderji to come on the stage, please. Welcome, Ruma.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me. Every year that I've attended this event, Harman Foundation and the volunteers have always taken this night a notch up. So congratulations to everyone. I've known Harinderji and family for many years, and unfortunately, I was also there when they lost their beloved son. I was friends with their niece and witnessed to how the community came together to support. For what would be a debilitating experience for most families, and being a parent, everyone can relate to it. It has been absolutely inspirational, and I'm in complete awe of Harinder Penji and Maninder Singh, how they turned an adversity into something so uplifting and found it, I call them brave hearts, to find it within themselves to have the strength to now get up and help others. I've been in business in the Blacktown area for about 20 years and always wanting to give back to the community that has supported me over the years. I was looking for ways and means to help. We all can give financially, and that's easy to do. I would encourage all the sponsors, if I have your attention, everyone in the room, I would encourage each and every one of you, if you're a parent, a brother, sister, mother, if you have a family, we all know someone within our circle of influence who has been a victim of domestic violence in one way or another. A couple of years ago, I asked Harinder Penji to allow me to visit her house. Obviously, confidentiality is highly important, and I managed to pay a visit and meet some of the victims of domestic violence who were calling her house their home momentarily. Each and every woman in the room, I encourage you to pay a visit to her house. It's very easy for me to do my job. I'm also a mom of 2 girls. But I walked away after that visit feeling extremely low, energy was low, it was hard for me to get back up and keep moving and keep working. That also helped me understand my own weaknesses, and I was able to understand the strength that Harman Foundation has to help people in crisis, whether it's victims of domestic violence, COVID victims, bereavement services, chaplaincy services. Once again, I'm in awe of how they're able to get up every single day and help out with very little support. So I was looking for an opportunity. I'm very passionate about community, about women, about empowerment, about male champions. So this year, I had the opportunity with my current team at McGrath to host International Women's Day, and we hosted this event to raise funds for Harman Foundation. My goal was to raise $10,000, and with the generosity of the sponsors in the room, my team and our friends who were in the room, we managed to raise $17,500. What came out of that day was that Harman Foundation holds this annual dinner. Then they do possibly some other fundraising, smaller ones throughout the year. But if each and every sponsor or any new supporters of Harman Foundation can host an event and invite their realm of influence to that event, it'll go a long way in helping them with their goal to set up her house. So if there's one thing that I would request you all, because we all have a realm of influence, we all have our own network, they may be able to reach out to all of you today, but outside of this, I think we can all do a bit more. So I highly encourage you to please continue your support, because we can't physically do what you do every single day, and I don't have the strength in me to deal with and face what you face, or even take those calls that you take every single day, but we can all give. So without further ado, I request you to be generous and take some initiative. There's always volunteers, there's always help to host some events throughout the year. Even if 12 sponsors, they do one event every month, I think that'll go a long way. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Ruma, with nice words. Harinder, she's coming as well. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Thank you, Roma. Thank you. Thanks. We'll hold this. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Ruma and team. Obviously, she always talks about her team. You know how fantastic her team is, and obviously, it makes her life easy. So thank you for doing this wonderful high tea that she did, and I was there as well, and it was a very lovely afternoon. So thank you for organizing that. All right, moving right along. I know everyone is actually itching to see some music, dance, tamaka. How about we actually bring on stage our Bollywood performers? So our next Bollywood performers is a Bollywood routine by Nerton Institute of Performing Arts, known as NIPA, N-I-P-A, and it is choreographed by Dr. Kanan Shah. So NIPA was awarded the Multicultural Business of the Year by Blacktown Council in 2021. It is Punjabi based and specializes in Bharatanatyam, which is classical dance, Bollywood and folk dances of India. And it enrolls 3 years to adults. So can I please ask everyone to put your hands together for NIPA Bollywood performance?
That works.
सहेली मेरी पूछे मुझे कितना साजन तेरा चाहे तुझे तेरी सहेली मेरी पूछे मुझे कितना साजन तेरा चाहे तुझे कठिन है डगर बन घटकी
जवानी चेक कर दी बरेंडा वाले टैग नी आजा दसा तेनू सोनिए नी फैशन की हुंदा तेरे यार दा तो वखरा सवाल
हाँ जी हूँ मेरा सूट पटियाला कितनों को मार डाला हाँ पंजाब दी में कोड़ी सरदारनी जुत्ती मेरी हैगी क्या मैं सारी कट दी है वह मैं तेरे तो भी ज्यादा वखरा सुहागनी
वखरा सवागनी
हूँ मेरा सूट पटियाला कितनों को मार डाला हाँ पंजाब दी में कोड़ी सरदारनी जुत्ती मेरी हैगी क्या मैं सारी कट दी है वह मैं तेरे तो भी ज्यादा वखरा सुहागनी
वखरा सवागनी
वखरा सुहागनी वखरा सुहागनी वखरा सुहागनी रोमियो रोमियो कल के रोमियो भोली शक्ल वाले सारे के सारे परे पियो रोमियो रोमियो भड़के प्रेमियो काहे गल पड़े हो बिन बुलाए बारातियों
ले तो गई गले जा संग में हम भी ले जा ये तो चोरी पे है सीधा सोगी कभी लगे मोनालिसा कभी कभी लगे लोलिटा और कभी जैसे कादम्बरी हाय मेरी परम 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 सुंदरी हाय मेरी परम 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 सुंदरी
सर से पैर तलक बेतहाशा हुस्न से भरी
हाय मेरी परम 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 सुंदरी
ए छूना नहीं छूना छूना नहीं छूना छूना नहीं मुझको ए होना नहीं होना होना नहीं तेरी होना नहीं मुझको हाथ जोड़ चाहे पाँव पर परवाह नहीं मुझको ना 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 ना
Thank you, girls. Wasn't that amazing? Now that we're on a full stomach, please give it up for the girls. And that's for a picture, for a Kodak moment, while we're about to give away the certificates for these lovely dancers. I was just about to read out the names. I will still read out their names so that you know the name of the dancers. Dr. Kanan Shah, Dr. Richa Dikshit, Vasavi Kungara, Santosh Lakshmi Sama, Jyoti Monala, Maha Boja, Shova Bandari, and Shruti Soma. Thank you so much. Once again, we would like to thank the volunteers. While we are sitting, while we're having dinner, while we are staying here and, you know, trying to look after you, I'm hoping that we are looking after you. There are these volunteers that are actually tirelessly working. They have been tirelessly working for quite some time, quite a few days, and they're still tirelessly working. So, now that we're all on a full stomach, can you please once again put your hands together for these amazing volunteers of Harman Foundation, without whom the Harman Foundation does not exist, cannot exist, and cannot go on any further. Thank you. And next is one of the biggest sessions, biggest items of tonight, the auction. And I would like to invite Mr. Ranjit Khera over to the stage to do the honors.
Hello. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this wonderful program. And this program is going on for last quite a few years. And welcome to the distinguished guests and our wonderful people out there, the business community, and the people from around Australia. Welcome you all in this fantastic program, a community program by the people, for the people, the needy people. And yes, please, and I would like to invite to start with our
Yeah, before we actually go any further,
Yes.
can we please invite two dignitaries who we haven't had a chance to invite so that they can come over and,
Okay.
you know, give a good commencement to your auction?
And
Honourable
we're going
Stephen
to
Barley.
start with our own local member of parliament,
Yes.
Mr. Stephen Barley. Let's
MP.
put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen.
And Mr. Kevin Connolly, MP.
And member for Riviston,
Mr. Kevin Connolly,
Mr.
MP.
Kevin Connolly, the person we see them almost every day in the Riviston Ponds, Wakers Hill, Marsden Park, all that area, walking around, doing the business, and we welcome them both.
I'll leave them in your capable hands.
Oh man, you guys are a lot more capable than me, and I would like to give the microphone to both of them together. Thank you, sir.
Looks like we're doing a duet here. Yes. We are next door neighbours, aren't we? From Blacktown and Riviston here. Just the auction is more important because I think at this particular point in time we all need to dig deep. We've heard the Mayor and so many speakers here tonight talk about the importance of the Harman Foundation, and I know Kevin and I both are big supporters of the Harman Foundation and really the work that they do. And we've heard about the domestic violence support and all the different aspects they do. But I'd like to say that there's one thing that hasn't been mentioned yet tonight, and that I've seen the Harman Foundation work very tirelessly on, is really elder abuse as well. So that's a fairly important aspect, supporting our elderly, giving them opportunity, as well as dealing with the unfortunate new scourge of the modern world is elder abuse. So thank you to the Harman Foundation for all the hard work that you guys do. It's very fulfilling and a massive need for the community. You've done well, so congratulations, and make sure everyone digs deep. It's a very important, as we heard, there's not too much government funding for the Harman Foundation, so it's up to each and every one of you in the room to dig deep, either buy raffle tickets or buy an auction item. Thank you.
Thanks, Steve. Yes, this is something Steve and I do agree about, and it is fantastic to see that you all come tonight and agree as well. I first ran into Herinda and Meninda back in 2013 when they were putting on an open day kind of event in Glenwood Reserve, and I didn't realise how young their organisation was at the time, how brand new and how small. But to hear the amazing things they've been able to do in those years in between just blows me away, and it's because in large part people like you came along to events like this and pitched in and made it possible. They have the volunteers, they have the willingness and the passion, but they always need our support to make it possible for these things to occur. So please make this auction really successful, just like several others in the past have been, so that the Harman Foundation can keep that great work going.
Thank you so much. Before you go, in the spirit of the fun and interaction that we've been having, what do you think is the future of Harman Foundation?
Look, the future of Harman Foundation is a really rich future because they reach out to people. Their genius, their real gift, is that they belong to this community and they understand and are part of this community, and that's what allows them to reach out so well.
Yeah. What do you reckon, Mr. Barley? Because, you know, as Kevin mentioned, it's all very young people here, and we don't usually see these many young people in this kind of event. So do you see it as promising?
Well, there's a promising future, but in one way, we're also disappointed that really the future is here to deal with adversity. Our first step is to wipe out adversity. We don't want to see domestic violence. We don't want to see the problems. But I also see the future of this organisation in the way it does collaboration. We've got the Blacktown Workers Club here, for instance. The amount of support that they give to the local community is absolutely wonderful, and working with the Harman Foundation and so many other groups to make changes to people's lives. And I noticed the Australian Catholic University is also represented here, and through their collaborations and for ACU to call Blacktown home with their brand new campus with social workers, health workers, teachers that are coming through there, they'll be providing support also to the Harman Foundation. I think the big word for the future for Harman Foundation is collaboration, working together, achieving a fabulous outcome. But the first thing that we can work together on is buy the auction prizes tonight. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And so say two true locals that, as Mr. Kera said, that we actually, see pretty much every day when we live in Blacktown. Thank you so much. Let me get back, give the microphone back to Mr. Kera.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And it is important, guys, whatever we do out here as a community, it is important thing, organizations like this. But we have a lot of lawmakers sitting in this tonight in this function. So although it's a job of the government to look after this, and it's always goodness of the community to coming out and helping each other as well. It's great, but government should do a little bit more in this space as well. And we request our local member of parliaments to put a little bit more attention in this space as well. Thank you very much. Let's start the business. The business is, you guys come here today to support the Harman Foundation. Today is a very, very special day. Why? Dr. Sidhu, Gurcharan Singh Sidhu, he came to Australia in 1950s under Colombo Plan. You guys know Colombo Plan, and where we were bringing all the scholars and pioneers, strengthening the Asia-Pacific relations. Member countries were sharing all that knowledge. And Dr. Sidhu came to Australia, and his expertise was in science. So he did a lot for this country. Plus, he started the first Sikh Cultural Association in Sydney back in 1970. In 1983, they merged two and become Australian Sikh Association, which is, you see, the Glenwood Temple today. And that was the guy who started. He was the founding president of that organization. It is wonderful news. And then today, he has departed from us. So today, he has left to heavenly abode. And we pay our respect to that gentleman. He has done a lot for the community. Let's start to the next bit now. Coming into the auction, I want to start with one thing. How many big business people sitting out there? I know Ruma Penji, I know a lot of people out there. How many teams we have here? Any teams sitting here tonight? Any teams? Real estate, builders, another builder, a cab company, insurance company, another builder. They're quite a lot, you guys. I know pretty much all of you guys, yeah? All right, let's start with this. Ruma Penji, I'm going to, remember last year we started with this. Blacktown Worker Club is very generous. They have given us the option for six people to stay for a week in some way, either in Fingal Bay, near Nelson Bay, and or in Yaranga. There's a wonderful place near Coffs Harbour, before Coffs Harbour, or you can head south towards Sussex Inlet as well. A fantastic, fabulous, not in Australian places, the people around the globe on the planet want to stay at. So you have an opportunity to do that. So they have given us this voucher for $2,770 value, and we want to give it to the community today. And I want to see the generous people in this. I'm going to start with Ruma Penji, yeah? I know last time you took your team, yeah? And so going to start with this first voucher with, and the voucher start, how much Penji we should put? Let's start with $2,000. It's $2,470. $2,000 we're going to start with. And remember, if you got a team, you can send your team there, you can send your family, you can send your in-laws, you can send your parents, you can send your friends, you can invite someone. This is a beautiful opportunity. Now Australia is opening up after COVID. Invite people to come and visit Australia. Give them a voucher for a week. This is a fantastic time. How much? 2,000. Anybody out there more than 2,000? $2,471 worth voucher. Oh, bhai, inna kada banda. एडे एडे वड्डे मिलियनियर बैठे थे इस रूम दे विच हजे तक काम शुरू होया है हाँ जी 2000 हाँ जी आ चंगा कीता काम थैंक यू विनीत थैंक यू सारे कुड़ियों सो 2001 2002 and it's gone for 2000 gone thank you Ruma Panji please come to the stage thank you so thank you. Panji, please come to the stage right now. So you can present it there if you would like to. Please come to the stage. Thank you. So we got people out here who are generous, yeah? They have already given thousands of dollars for this wonderful organization, the function, and now they are digging deep to do that. And Panji, I can say all the best for your real estate business. I wish you can sell the whole Sydney twice in next 5 years. Thank you.
So that was dummy bidding. That's never allowed. He sold me the same voucher last year, exactly like this, which I still haven't used thanks to COVID. I told my team he's just going to call me Ruma, my sister, is going to buy this and right on cue.
I would like to our Honorable President of Worker Club, please, to the stage. I think they are around here. They're here. Honorable President of Worker Club.
Mrs. K. Kelly. Mrs. K. Kelly, can I please invite you on the stage?
Thank you.
Can you please come up for our second voucher?
Yeah.
Can you please give away our second voucher? We still have to bid for it.
Yeah. No.
First one, no? Second one? Okay.
All right.
Yeah, next one. Mrs. K. Kelly will say a few words. Next item.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hand together for Miss President.
Thank you. Thank you.
He has to introduce. Well, good evening, everybody. It's so good to be here tonight with everybody for such a great cause. Blacktown Workers Club Group acknowledges the Darug people, the original custodians of this land. We pay our respects to their elders, past, present and emerging, and to all the people of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Island descent. On behalf of the Blacktown Workers Club members, Board of Directors, management and staff, I am so happy to be here tonight and proud that the club has continued its support to the Harman Foundation. I'm lucky as well to have Jack Miller, our Vice President, here with us as well tonight. The Harman Foundation do amazing work in the local community, such as feeding the needy at Blacktown and also during national disasters. Their 24/7 helpline, assisting families and especially women going through domestic violence. We thank you, Harman Foundation, for the fabulous work that you do and how you help the community. Big round of applause for the Harman Foundation. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night.
Thank you so much. This is a great opportunity now to have something which, if you would have missed in last few auctions, can you please bring this wonderful bat? This little bat is framed and signed by one and the only one in the cricket world, Mr. Steve Vogue. So Steve Vogue has signed this bat. So it's going to be auctioned. I would like to just ask if you're interested in cricket stuff. Can you just put your hand up if you're interested in cricket? Good. Your mum is there, yeah. Dad is there, yep. Anybody? Yep, I can see back there. Okay. The people who are outside, can you please, Randeep ji, can you bring them inside? The people who are outside, ask them, Malli Saab and everybody, come inside, please. Yeah.
Bat signed by Michael Clark.
Yeah. So this is the one from Michael. Yeah.
Hello.
All right. Even. Yep.
Cricket lovers?
We got a cricket bat signed by Michael Clark. I have been advised the one with the Vogue is still sitting at back in there. So Michael Clark has signed this bat.
Do we have a bidder?
Sorry? Hang on. Who is there? I can't see. Neeru, where is Neeru?
GNA Road Lines, $500 bid.
Starting with $500.
$500,
$500 one. Starting $500 one. $600 coming. Come here, check the name. $600.
$600 GNA?
$600 one.
$700 from GNA. $700.
From who?
GNA Road Lines.
GNA Homes?
Road Lines.
Road Lines, GNA Road Lines, $700.
Transport, $700 from Michael Clark.
$800. Please check the names. $800.
$800 from Mansi.
Come friend, come forward, ask which company, who they are.
Mansi?
$800.
Mansi, $800.
$800 Mansing, $800 one,
$850 from
GNA. GNA $850.
$850.
Yeah,
Anybody else?
$900 from Panji out here, $900.
$900 from Mansi.
901, 902.
Any last bids? 1,000.
1,000 GNA. $1,000. $1,000 one. $1,000 two.
1,050.
Hey?
1,050.
1,050. Oh my God. Here we go. We got quite a few items to go. 1,050.
1,100.
1,100 from GNA. Let's see. 11,000. 1,101. 1,102. 1,100.
1,150.
1,150. Here we go.
From Mansi.
1,150. Mansingh ji. 1,150.
1,200.
1,200. Beautiful,
1,200.
beautiful. $1,200 one, $1,200 two. And $1,300. $1,300. The lady in the green.
Oh no, 1,250.
1,250?
Yeah.
I will
bidding
put
by
50 in there, don't worry.
50.
Yeah? $1,300. $1,300 Panji in green.
$1,400.
$1,400 one. $1,400 one. $1,400 two. And $1,400 sold.
Sold to GNA Road
Please
Lines.
come,
Congratulations.
please come
and
to the
collect your
stage.
bat.
$1,400. Thank you very much, guys.
Signed by
I would
Michael
like to
Clark.
name. $1,400.
Congratulations.
Thank
GNA
you very
Road
much,
Lines.
guys. So this is the
Next one,
generosity,
next one,
yeah?
too.
And this item will be there for, come on the stage, mate. Come around, yeah? You have a good photo, you will remember for your friends and family and your business once it goes on the wall of your business or your home, because these things doesn't come around. You can't buy them in the shops or anywhere else. They're only very special. Thank you. What's your name, sir?
Gurpreet Singh.
Gurpreet Singh. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Please put your hand together for Mr. Singh. Gurpreet Singh. Yeah, come forward. So for the photo, come forward. Thank you very much. And we're going to start with the next item. Is another cricket item. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you and congratulations.
Hang on. Stay back a bit. She's ready. She's ready to bat.
Another
Who
bat.
is the bowler? Let's bring the bowler. And this bat is signed by Mr. Brett Lee. You know Brett Lee. Brett Lee is not only a cricketer. He is a bloody decent human being. He is helping a lot of people out there in the world. Check his history. Go Google what he does in Mumbai. What he does in the slums out there. He is a fantastic fella. Brett Lee went start playing, and he was a kid, looked like a kid, and he was very aggressive kind of kid when he was bowling. And he was a quicker than a Scud missile. You can see that how fast he was coming, over 150k. And he has generously signed this bat. I'm going to start this with $500. Brett Lee signed this bat, $500.
$500.
Oh, piche paji bete ji Brett Lee.
600?
$600.
$600.
$600. $600 one.
Signed by Brett Lee.
Brett Lee, Mr. Lee, wonderful cricketer, $600. Panji in the green,
600.
$600. Young girl want to have it, yeah? She want to have it, yeah? Not yet? All right. This is a little bit too big for her bedroom. Is that okay? $600 one, $600, $650, Mansingh, $650.
650.
650 are he.
Any bids?
650, one, 650, two,
650.
and $700.
$700.
$700. Paji da naam puchho piche. Paji da naam puchho.
$700.
Yes, sir. It's coming out here as well. $700. How much, sir? Hey? $1,000. $1,000. $1,000 one.
Parampaji really wants it.
$1,000 one.
$1,000.
$1,000 two. $1,000 sold. Come in, sir. Come on, hurry up. Come in. Quick, because we got a lot to go, buddy. Quick. So, bring the next item, please. Yeah. All right, $1,000. Guys, Brett Lee, a face you want to see every day. You will remember. Thank you, sir. What's your name?
Kuljit Singh Baraj.
From which company, sir?
Gem Homes. Gem Homes.
Gem Homes. Good on you guys. Thank you very much. Keep building. And keep building the quality ones as you guys are building. Thank you very much. Gem Homes, please put your hands together. What we have here, young lady. Woohoo! My God. This is just our local artist. She lives in Schofield. I will tell you guys about her in the second one. She loved the flowers. The weather is not good outside. You come inside. You want to cherish. You want to see the flowers. You want to see your bedroom is beautiful. Yeah? And this little painting will make your bed beautiful. Kirit ji, have you got someone out there? Hanji. All right, let's start with $200. A simple painting. If you even go to any gallery and see this painting and see the artist, it will be a lot. $200. $200 one. Hanji Baji, how much? $200? $200 one. $200 two. And?
$200.
$200 two.
$250.
Anybody going?
$250.
$250.
For Supreet.
$250. Supreet. Ajo. Supreet ji. $250.
$250 Supreet.
$250. And it is
sold.
Gone for $250.
Gone.
Three.
For $250.
$250.
Sold to Supreet.
Supreet ji aa rahe ne. Thank you, Supreet.
Supreet is also our tech person
And
for Harman Foundation.
This is another beautiful item. And I know, Panji, I know you're talking about it. I know you like it. Yes, I'm talking about you. You're not looking around. It's you. You like it. I'm going to give it to you. Yes. All right. Supreet ji, please, aajo. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hand together for Supreet. Thank you. Thank you, Sergi. Thank you. God bless you. And this, again, painting, oh my God, cactus. What does cactus stand for? There's no water. Weather is very harsh. Typical Australian, weather. Out there in the outback somewhere near the Broken Hill, you see the cactus. 5 years, no rain, cactus still around. Flowers are still around. And it's about your life. Life can be harsher sometimes, and we've got a lesson to learn from these cactuses. Beautiful flowers, beautiful paint. And
$50.
It's starting from $200. G, please.
Yeah, $250 from me.
$250? $250, Ravi Paji?
Hanji.
Ravi Paji, Neeru the husband. $250, Ravi Paji, $250. $250, one. $250. $252, and it is gone to Ravi and Neeru. $250. Aajo Neeru, Ravi, please.
Congratulations, Lalo.
Aajo, please. Hanji? And I know people love cricket, and please, Ravi ji, please
That's
ਇੱਥੇ
okay. We'll move on. We'll
ਇੱਥੋਂ
move
ਲੈ
on.
ਜਾਓ ਪਲੀਜ਼
We'll go to the
ਇੱਥੋਂ ਲੈ
next
ਜਾਓ
one.
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਰਵੀ ਭਾਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਦੇ ਦਿਓ
We'll go to the next one.
Okay, we go to the next one. And next one, people love cricket. BBL, everyone know about BBL. And there's one T-shirt framed, signed by the entire team. Sydney Thunder men's team have signed it. So Sydney men's team from BBL have signed this wonderful framed T-shirt. Who would like to put their hand up for? It's a massive one, isn't it? Let's start with $500. You are running a business. You are building a home. People come and talk to you to build their home. And when they see this stuff on the wall of your office, it will be impressive. They'll be thinking, hang on, these guys not only putting the bricks together, they are actually putting the people's life together. They're cheering people's life. And you can tell them, why did you buy it? $500. $500, starting with $500.
550 from
550 from
Ryro Homes.
Hanji?
Ryro Homes 550.
550 from Ryro Homes.
Ryro Home Loans. Mr. Joshi.
Mrs. Joshi ji 550. 551. 552. And it is sold for 550.
550, Mr. Joshi, Ryro Home Loans.
Please
send
go
on the stage.
Send him to the stage. Neeru, please send him to the stage. Joshi ji, please come to the stage to receive this wonderful gift. Yeah? Fantastic.
Sir, please.
Yeah.
Please go and
You got to be quick, mighty. Got to be quick.
Table number 24.
Table 24.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6
All right,
people.
Paji,
3
aajo,
items gone.
aajo.
So you're next, Mr. Khurana.
Aajo.
No pressure.
Thank you. Jago.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, Ji. And just want to say the next item. All right, let's mix it up. Let's cheer it up. Put it on your head. Come on. Jatta jaag bhai oh hun jago aaya chawa bhai hun jago aaya balle bhai hun jago aaya ਜਾਗੋ ਤੇ ਆ ਗਈ ਆ ਤੇ ਲਿਜਾਣੀ ਕਿਹਨੇ ਆ ਹਾਂਜੀ ਜਾਗੋ ਤੇ ਆ ਗਈ ਬਈ ਜਾਗੋ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ ਇਹ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਮਿਲੀ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਇਹ ਆ ਕੁੜੀਏ ਦੇਖੀ ਖਾਂ ਮੇਰੇ ਤਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਦੀ ਜੋਤ ਵੀ ਇੰਨੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹਾਂਜੀ Core collection in Blacktown, specializing in ethnic Indian fashion, wedding outfits, jewelry, and custom-made outfits. So, Jago, the guys who don't know about Jago, it's the traditional when you have a celebration of your weddings. It's a pre-wedding stuff, and what the girls normally do, they carry, and they actually light this thing up, and they sing, and they go around. And where it come from, they used to go around the entire village. And now what we do? Probably go around every local street in Glenwood, Quakers Hill, Marsden Park, or we will go out in the street and make some noise. And Jago is very important stuff. And we're going to start it with, it's a beautiful item. Say start with 250. 250 will do. All right, let's start with 250. Jago, hanji. Oh, Penji, bete piche. Hanji, ra Penji. How much? $300?
$300?
$300.
Three. Je kisi de ghar viah rakha hai.
How much?
$500. $300.
$300.
$400 from Rav. 400.
400 from?
400 from Rav.
Yeah?
Yep.
$400 one.
$400.
$400. Neeruji piche dekho. There's someone bidding out at the back. $400 one.
$400 for
$400 two.
Our young kids.
And $400 sold.
Sold to Rav.
Let's please come forward. $400. Thank
Baji,
you.
Rav to chakkar bhi kadwaiyo. Innu kehna gana गा के सुनाए. ਇਹ ਸਾਡੀ ਬੈਂਗਲੌਰ ਜੰਮੀ ਪੱਲੀ ਹੈ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਹਲੇ ਜਾਗੋ ਦਾ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ
ਰਵ ਕੋਲੋਂ
ਹਾਂਜੀ
ਉਹ ਫਿਰ ਮਾੜਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਮੁੱਕਣਾ ਇਹ ਸਾਰੀ ਰਾਤ ਨੱਚੀ ਜਾਣਾ ਇਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਨੱਚਦੀ ਇਹ Rav is young and energetic. She will just keep dancing all night. You know. Thank you, Rav. And I can proudly say back in about 7 years ago now, 6 Youth Australia. We had a function in, I think it's near Manly somewhere. And and they actually bought an auction, painting from an auction for $10,000. So they are supporting not one-off, they are supporting regularly. Come on, Penji. Penji, come here. Come here. Hurry up. And you guys putting something together, yeah? Thank you very much. God bless you. And bless your family. Jadip Paji and your daughter and your son. And the next item is, is she coming? All right, Ara. Come on. Rob, hurry up. It's okay. Thank you, Manu. And Manu was trying to just doing the ladies' dance, and he's good at everything. You have seen him talking. He's good at dancing, and he's giving one free dancing lesson away tonight. Anybody want to learn dance? Please come out and learn from Manu.
We can either do it live on stage right here. I'll get you up here. You'll learn 3-4 moves. You'll be great. Or, of course, in the privacy of your own home or park or wherever kind of thing. But, you'll get to see a little bit more of it.
Thank you. Thank you very much, guys. And the next item is another. Another set as well. Yeah. So it's from Simran Fashion Collection in Quakers Hill. That's an affordable designer jewelry boutique. They have donated a unique and beautiful jewelry set, kundan and green stones with elephant cards. So imagine, it's a beautiful, beautiful set. You come to this party, you need to have something on. Yeah? Girls everywhere. Taliwal Sahab, ਇਹ ਭੈਣ ਜੀ ਹੁਣਾਂ ਕੋ ਓਵਰ ਟਾਈਮ ਕਰਾ ਕੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕੁਝ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਵੀ ਦਿਆ ਕਰੋ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹੇ ਮੌਕਿਆਂ ਤੇ ਹਾਂ ਜੀ आओ जी 250 300 $250 कुड़ियो 250 start with 1 250 हाँ जी $300
ਸਾਡੇ YouTube star
हाँ जी
ਸਾਡੇ YouTube star
YouTube star जी ये ਤਾਂ YouTube ਹਜੇ ਆਈ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਜਦੋਂ ਦੇ star ਨੇ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ
हाँ जी
ਅਮਨ ਜੀ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ please $300 1 $300
ਇਹ ਸੈਟ ਬਹੁਤ ਸੋਹਣਾ ਹੈ ਸੱਚੀ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੀ ਹਾਂ ladies it's a beautiful pretty
$400 at the back
$400
ਨੀਰੂ ਹੈ
$400
Pixie photo booth $400 ਕਰਨਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਹੈ
400
ਉਹਦੀ ਘਰ ਵਾਲੀ ਨਾਲ ਆਈ ਆ
ਸੁਮਨ ਜੀ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ $400 ਸੁਮਨ ਜੀ $400 ਸੁਮਨ ਜੀ $400 1 450
ਸਾਡੇ YouTube star
451
ਮੈਡਮ ਜਿਹੜੇ
$500 ਸੁਮਨ ਜੀ $500 $500 1 $500 2 and it is sold $500 gone please
ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਸੈੱਟ ਪਾਇਆ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਇਆ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਵਾਈ ਦੋ ਸੈੱਟ ਸ਼ੈਲੀ
thank you please oh my god
ਲੋ ਜੀ ਕੰਗਨ ਫ੍ਰੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਲਈ ਆ ਗਏ ਨਾਲ ਮੈਚਿੰਗ
ਭੈਣ ਜੀ 1 ਮਿੰਟ ladies and gentlemen ladies sitting out there she have this special kangan they call it uncut it's a uncut stuff it is expensive stuff she has just donated she took it off and donated she's so impressed with this stuff she has just donated it right now she has just taken off from her own and just donated it it's uncut kangan starting with $200 yep Starting, thank you, Benji. So nice of you. God bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Uncut Kangan, $200. $200 one. $200. It's a beautiful uncut
Kangan, uncut diamond Kangan, look alike, not real diamond, guys, but it looks real. It's beautiful. I've got them as well.
ਉਹ ਰੀਲ ਹੈ ਕੁੜੀ ਇਦਾਂ ਦੱਸੀਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹਾਂਜੀ $200 one, $200 two, and it is sold for $200. Please come in. Thank you very much. See the generosity of the people from both ends. Someone donated and someone taken. Thank you very much. God bless you guys. Just put it on. Put it on right now. Cherish it. And it's actually matching with your stuff as well. Put it on. Can you just do this? Yeah, it looks beautiful. Thank you, Benji. Thank you, Tiraniye. God bless you. Desire Collection. Shilpi Jain. Fashion house in Macquarie Links is a definitive destination for women at a high-end fashion apparels in Sydney. And they had donated red lehenga suit. ਇਹਨੂੰ ਖੋਲੋ ਭੈਣ ਜੀ ਇੱਕ ਮਿੰਟ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਰੱਖ ਲਓ ਇੱਥੇ ਹਾਂਜੀ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਰੱਖਿਓ ਜੀ ਇੱਕ ਮਿੰਟ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਖੋਲੋ ਜੀ ਰੈੱਡ ਲਹਿੰਗਾ ਆ ਦੇਖੋ ਕਿ ਵਿਆਹ ਜਾਣਾ ਹੋਵੇ ਸ਼ਾਦੀ ਜਾਣਾ ਹੋਵੇ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਜੰਮਿਆ ਹੋਵੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਦਾ ਬਰਥਡੇ ਹੋਵੇ ਭੋਗ ਹੋਵੇ ਕੁਛ ਹੋਵੇ ਇਹ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਫੱਬਦਾ ਕਿ ਨਹੀਂ ਫੱਬਦਾ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਭੈਣ ਜੀ ਮੋਹਰੇ ਲਾ ਲਓ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਦੋ ਤਿੰਨ ਵਾਰੀ ਘੁੰਮੋ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਮਾੜਾ ਮੋਟਾ ਹੁਣ ਨਹੀਂ ਵੀ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਸੋਹਣਾ ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਹਰਕੀਰਤ ਜੀ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਸੋਹਣਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਸੰਦਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੇਖੋ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਸੋਹਣਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਤੇ ਜੇ ਭੈਣ ਜੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਵਾਲੇ ਪਰਸੋਂ ਵਾਲੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ 'ਤੇ ਪਵਾ ਦਿਓ ਬਈ ਬਲੈਕਟਾਊਨ ਵਿਸਾਖੀ ਮੇਲਾ ਔਰ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਉਦਮ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਇਹ ਕਿੰਨੇ ਕੁ ਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਭੈਣ ਜੀ ਉਹਦਾ ਕਿੰਨੇ ਇਹ ਬੀਬੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੋਣਾ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੋਣਾ ਕੁੜੀਓ ਕਿੰਨੇ ਕੁ ਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਇਹ ਸੂਟ ਹਾਂਜੀ ਕੁੜੀਓ ਕਿੰਨੇ ਕੁ ਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਇਹ ਸੂਟ 500 ਦਾ ਹੀ 500 ਦਾ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਆ ਚਲੋ 500 ਤੋਂ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਬਿਊਟੀਫੁਲ ਇਹ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਟਿਚਿੰਗ ਕਰਕੇ ਦੇਣਗੇ ਸੈਟਿੰਗ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਨਾਪ ਕਰਕੇ ਸੋ ਵੀ ਗੋਇੰਗ ਟੂ ਸਟਾਰਟ ਵਿਦ $500 ਬਿਊਟੀਫੁਲ ਸਟਫ ਸਟਾਰਟਿੰਗ ਵਿਦ $500 who is the first bidder for $500 Kirat ji anybody out there Neeru ji $500 ਲਾਲ ਰੰਗ ਦਾ ਲਹਿੰਗਾ ਤੇ ਨਾਲ ਬਈ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਕੁੜੀ ਇਹ ਖਰੀਦੂਗੀ ਉਹਦੇ ਘਰ ਵਾਲੇ ਨੂੰ ਨਾਲ ਆਹ ਸਮਾਨ ਆ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੈਨਸ ਫਰੋਮ ਇਹ ਡਿਜ਼ਾਇਰ ਕਲੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਦਾ ਅਗੇਨ ਇਹ 'ਚ ਇੱਕ ਮਫਰਲ ਨੇ ਦੋ ਇੱਕ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਆ ਬੋਟ ਆਈ ਹੈ ਇੱਕ ਚਾਕਲੇਟ ਹੈ ਇੱਕ ਕਫ ਨੇ ਕਈ ਕੁਛ ਹੈ ਹੋਰ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰਾ ਸਮਾਨ there is a lot out there in this one so we will put it all together for $500 there's quite a bit in to take for $500 500 ਆ ਇੱਕ ਆਪਣੇ ਬਿਲਡਰ ਭਾਜੀ ਆ ਮੇਰਾ ਭਤੀਜਾ ਚੱਲਿਆ ਉੱਠ ਕੇ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਮਾਰਿਓ ਪੁੱਤ ਇੱਕ ਮਿੰਟ ਜਾਣਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਵੀ ਫੁੱਫੜ ਬੋਲਦਾ ਤੇਰਾ ਹਾਂਜੀ ਔਰ ਇਹ $500 ਤੋਂ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ ਬਿਡ $500 one ladies girls $500 anybody back there anybody out there ਮੁੰਡਿਓ ਕੁੜੀਓ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਬੈਠਿਓ ਬਈ ਆਪਾਂ ਮੂਵ ਕਰਨਾ ਹਾਂਜੀ ਭੈਣ ਜੀ ਆ ਜਾਓ ਅੱਗੇ $500 ਆ ਜਾਓ ਭਾਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਲੈ ਆਓ ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ guys thank you a young couple is coming to collect this for $500 thank you very much Neeru ji you know who they are please thank you come here please thank you ji aajo ji please $500 lehenga and there's a stuff for the gentleman and so we will put it all together for them thank you ji thank you so much thank you ji tada Gurvinder or Rajwant, please put your hand together for the wonderful people. $500. Next item, please. Next item is a cricket item again. And we got a cricket jersey. It's a BBL women's team. And from Sydney team are here. And they have signed this. They have signed this. Yep. Yeah. This. Yeah.
Guys, I know everyone.
Sydney.
Everyone is hungry. The food will be ready in 10 minutes.
Yeah, so
we're going to open up the dinner.
Yeah, we're going to open up the dinner soon. Sydney Thunder women, signed by the women team. And this is another beautiful cricket item. Who is going to Kamal? Is anybody is asking for it? $500 we're going to start with. The ladies, come on. Men's, you are buying the stuff for you guys, yeah? But you need to think about your daughters, your sisters, your wife, your mother, your neighbors. So let's start this for who love the cricket stuff. $500. There was a young lady who wanted to buy something, yeah? She already bought it. She already bought it. Yeah, $500. One. $500. Two. And $500 sold. Let's come in, sir. Come forward. Gentlemen just love the cricket stuff and he's coming forward. Yeah, come on, jump. Come on, Michael. $500. Michael. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hand together for Michael. $500. Fantastic. Thank you very much. God bless you, mate. That'll be fantastic stuff on your wall of your house or of your office. And the next item is coming up is for another one for the ladies. Yeah. All right. पैंजी वो भी ले आओ. मैं करा कि सामान है ही बहुत सोना. कुड़ियों, ladies. Another beautiful set for you guys. This, Benji, check you. This is from Desire Creation, Shilpi Jan and the team. Thank you, Shilpi ji. Another beautiful set for $200. $200, ladies. That corner is a little bit quiet out there. $200, ladies. $200, beautiful set. $200. Some hands should go up. One hand should go up. Yeah. $200. If not, yeah. Benji, yeah. All right. Let's come forward. $100, $200 one, $200 two, and $200 sold. Come in, Benji. Thank you. She really loved it. She wanted it, and I can see it, and she is generously bought it. What's your name, Benji? Oh, Marar Indians. Marar Indians also, they have provided a lot of stuff to us, and they have bought stuff for us. God bless you, Marar Indians. Marar Indians are sponsoring the program, and they are also putting the money together for this way as well. So
thank you, Baji.
And
the auction is going really, really well, but we just need to request all our sponsors to come on backstage, please.
Yeah.
Because the next segment is going to be very important segment.
Yeah.
We have to actually honor our sponsors because without them, we can't actually run the program.
Thank you. We are inviting all our sponsors at the back end so we can start the presentation for them as well. Let's do the next item. And the next item is our... Sorry, Benji. ओ बे कुड़ियों गल्लां बात कर लियो पीछे मेरी हेल्प करो आ जाओ भाई जेडी आइटम है this is the artist is Jaya Philok. It's a medium oil, it's a flower, the flowers bring joy to our faces and lights up our lives. Being around the flowers, it simply makes us feel better. With the blessing of you, we're going to give this one to you guys, hey? Yeah, and normal price for this is, Simran, okay. It's my mistake. That's from Simran Fashion Collection. Yes, the actual price tag on this one is $600. Actual one. So someone has to come up with more than $600. The people who know art, who knows the paint, they know the value of this stuff. $600 starting a price for the bid. $600. Inderjit Thariyal Paji is putting his hand up for $600. I'm going to give the person who put their hand first. $600 one. How much, ma'am? $650 from the respectable president of the Workers' Club. She has already given, so $650 from this end. $650, one, $650, because wherever this goes, doesn't matter. $700. Raj Penji, $700. $700 one, $700 two, $750, $800 from Raj and the group. Raj Penji and the Marar family is $800. $800 one, $800 two, and $800 sold. Come on, Murad family. Come on, Murad family. We got one beautiful item coming after this. Come around the corner. Come around the corner, Paji. Thank you, Murad family. Thank you, Raji. And now we are coming to very quickly, few last items. Yeah. And we got PD. Just one second. Thank you, ji. Dinner is ready. We're going to open the dinner very, very soon. Before the dinner goes, yaar peediyan kenu nahi pasand aundiyan. Peediyan kenu nahi pasand aundiyan. Peediyan, dekho. This is the stuff what you can do. You are doing something at home. You want to relax. Sit down on it. Yeah? And you got two. What do? You put one out here and you do like this. You can sleep on it. You can do whatever. And you want to change the globe. Just stand over it and you can change the globe. You want to do whatever. There's a lot of stuff you can do with the PD. So this is the small, a little very handy stuff for every home. Who want to get it for $100, both of them? $100. Hanji Baji, $100 one, $100 two, $100 so $200? $200. Lo ji, unhone apni bed nu $200 karta. I said $200. Two, who, you? Jaideep Paji and family, $250. They are standing at the back. $250, one, $250, two, and $300 ji? $300, no? $250 sold. $250 sold. Jaideep Paji, aajo please, le aajo. Aajo, dono cheeze le aajo. Thank you. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, I know that I have bored you enough. Thank you very much for listening to me. Hang on. वाह 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 भाई दो किताबां आईयां जिन्हां ने हुणे किसानी मोर्चे बारे सुनिया होवे देखिया होवे साडे अपने हरकीरत संदर हुणां ने किताब लिखी है और वो किताब है जिहड़ी किसान नामा वो रिलीज़ हुई है लेटली ओदियां पहलियां 20 कापियां आस्ट्रेलिया च आईयां ने वो किसी ने लैनी है और लैनी की आपां दो किताबां एक जदों तुरे सी ऑस्ट्रेलियन द पंजाबी history of Indians in Australia, when they came, why they came, how they came, and that's 4,200 years Australian history in Punjabi. So we got two books by the gentleman sitting right here. Harkirat, come to the stage. The two books for $50. Two books, you can't buy these two books from the store for $50. Two books, beautiful, for $50. How much? $100. One and Ravi Paji Aju. How much, Benji? $150? $150. $200 Ravi Paji. Ravi Paji, $400? $400. $400. $500. Don't worry about it. $500, sir. All right, come on. $500 one, $500 two, and $500 sold. Let's come in. How much? How much, Benji? How much? $600. $600. $600. Two books. Two books, 600. Paji, 600. 600 history, no. $600 one, $600 two, and $600 sold. Please come in, Benji. Thank you. Harkirat Taria Sahab, please come in on the stage. Benji, Harkirat, yep. Sorry? Thank you, ji. Thank you. Thank you. Benji, 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 Benji. Harinder Walia ji, please come to the stage and present. Thank you. Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I take my apology if I've said something wrong against anyone. And I want to thank you all for listening and raising thousands and thousands of dollars for Harman Foundation. Thank you. God bless you all. And
Thank you so
Harkirat
much,
Sandar.
Karaji. Thank you so much,
Thank
Karaji.
you.
Would you agree that that was one of the most energetic performances this evening? Would you agree? I know it's hard to actually keep up with him after such an awesome session that he's had. Now, please enjoy your nice and warm dinner. The buffet is open. Most people are making their way towards there. There would still be stuff happening on the stage. So can I please have your attention? The people who are actually at the food table, there would still be stuff happening on the stage. So if you could please be quiet. And also, probably look at the stage at some point. That would be great. I would like to now invite Jaydeep, who is going to honor the sponsors.
All right, so what are we doing decide? On the stage, please. So we've got our major sponsors. Can I get a representative from Blacktown Workers Club? And if we've got someone from McGraw Real Estate as well, please, we'd like to acknowledge all our sponsors. And if I can invite Platinum sponsors, I'll just name the sponsors, and if we can get one representative from each one of these companies. Gem Homes, Sydney Multicultural Services, Belmont Homes, Core Legal, Royal Event, Golden Grains, Vantage Lux Homes. So all the sponsors who are already aware of your contribution, please, if you can come backstage, because we'd like to just do an acknowledgement. So if within the next 5 minutes, if I can have all the sponsors backstage. Thank you. Or association with Harman Foundation. You can say anything, why you are here or what you think about the evening or what you've seen so far.
Well, I've met Marinda, Naninda and Harinda a few years ago when they approached me at the club. And since then, we've developed a nice partnership. And I love what the Harman Foundation do for the community. For the community.
No, this is working.
Is this working?
No, this is working. That's all right. It's working.
So I love what the Harman Foundation do for the community. They do so much. The volunteers are amazing. And keep up the good work. And thank you for helping all those women through domestic violence. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And you know, one thing I must say, I don't know if my mic's working. I'll just speak on top of my voice. Harinder ji is extremely passionate and very thankful from the bottom of her heart for all the sponsors over here, and particularly with your major support, being a major sponsor. So thank you very much. Big round of applause, please, for Blacktown Workers Club. Thank you so much. Some of you might have heard of the brand McGraw. They are one of the most premium brands, and you've already seen one of their brand ambassadors and a very iconic celebrity of Western Sydney, Ruma Mandi. So please, if I can welcome you on stage. And look, I'll just say one thing about sponsors, guys. it's not just about writing a check. I think somebody mentioned that earlier. It's easy to write a check, but there are a lot of small businesses here. And myself being a small business operator, I understand there are a lot of pressures. And it is a choice that you guys make to support this sort of an organization. So extremely thankful. And Harinderji has been just hounding me all morning that make sure the sponsors are thanked and they feel special. So I hope each one of you knows that you have a very, very special place in the foundation. And thank you so much, McGrath, because you're one of the major sponsors. And thank you, Ruma, for supporting. Thank you, guys. Could I please also invite from our platinum sponsors, Gem Homes from Nanak Group, Australia. Can I get one of the representatives from Gem Homes, please? That's all right. Take your time if you've got a plate in your hand and you're eating. I totally understand that we've got running a bit behind schedule, so dinner is important. But there you go. Gem Homes? Yes. What's your name?
Kuljit Singh Wadaj.
Kuljit. Nice to meet you. I'm Jaydeep. And thank you so much for your sponsorship, Kuljit. So anybody who wants to buy a home, is there a special promotion? He's going to charge an extra 10% so he can donate to Harman Foundation. Is that right?
Exactly.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Thanks for your support. Who's next? Just read. All right. Could I get someone from Sidwest Multicultural Services? Nathan. Is Nathan here? Next वाले Okay, look, we'll move on to the next one. Do we have someone from Belmont Homes? Sorry. Deep. Do we have Deep Randhawa? Anji, Sat Shri Akal ji. Toda naam?
Sati Manlai.
Sati. What's your name?
Saj Randhawa.
Saj. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming tonight, and thank you for your support, Ji. Look, guys, we have a concept in a lot of people will be aware. It's called Kirt Karna, which is, work hard. You achieve remembrance with God through working in a householder life. And then it's Vand Chakana, which is sharing your hard earning with the community. And this is a good example of Vand Chakana. So thank you so much to the sponsors, because we are living the values and the principles that we are born in. Thank you so much. Thanks for your support. Okay. Could I invite MP Stephen Bali here, please? Sorry to interrupt your chitter-chatter, but if you can just, Maninder ji is here. Is Maninder ji here as well? Councillor Maninder ji as well. Oh, sorry, you're in the middle of your food, so that's fine. I'll call on you a little later. Could I get somebody from Core Legal, please? Okay, let's go with Core Legal first. How are you? You having a good night?
Wonderful night.
Wonderful. Well, the most important part of the night are sponsors. And we've got, sorry, could I please get your good name?
Core Legal Tajinder.
Tajinder. Nice meeting you, Tajinder, and thank you so much for your support. They are one of our platinum sponsors. So if anyone needs any legal assistance, what sort of legal services do you offer? I've got a teenager, so I'll probably need you soon.
That is family law, criminal law, and
Yep.
anything in relation to property or commercial as well.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, guys. Sorry, Stephen. Just bear with us for a minute. We've got another great sponsor, Simran from Vantage Homes. Simran, thank you so much for your sponsorship, for your support. How long have you been supporting Harman Foundation? Well, there you go. You got the best support award goes to Simran. Yeah.
It's been more than 2 years, 3 years probably, and Auntie has been sharing the office with us. So they have a space, they have a desk.
Is that in Bella Vista? Yeah, I've been to your office.
Oh, beautiful.
It's a beautiful office, guys. If their office is to go by anything, I'm sure they build beautiful homes as well. Sorry, I haven't seen one of your homes, but I'm sure they're as...
Anytime. Yes.
Thank you so much.
It's been a privilege to support Harman Foundation, and Auntie has been a very special part of our office for the last 3-4 years, and I love being a part of her team as well.
Thank you so much. Big round of applause, please, for Simran and Vantage Homes. Thank you so much, and thanks for coming on stage. I'll let you get back to your chitter-chatter, and I hope you enjoy the meal as well. All right, guys, so we've got from where? All right, I'm going to move on to the gold sponsors. So SNCL Packaging. Can I get Shivani from SNCL Packaging? Oh, you're here. Excellent. Hi, how are you? So what do you guys do? Tell us a little bit about your business.
We're a small business focused on packaging from bottles, caps and everything. And the good thing about our business is you don't need to buy pallets. You can start from whatever quantity you want.
Excellent.
Yep.
And how long you been in this business?
About 16 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
You must have started when you were like a young teenager. But that's awesome. Like, again, look at all these small businesses supporting such a great cause. Thank you so much for all your support. All right, who's next? Thank you. Thank you, Shivani. We've got so many sponsors, guys, that we could have just one evening just for the sponsors, and we probably could dedicate a couple of hours. So I'm sorry if it feels like I'm rushing through it, but that's an amazing thing. What a testimony to the organization that it's got such a huge list of amazing businesses. I'd like to invite ARC Innovations. So can I get somebody from ARC Innovations? And while we are waiting for a representative from ARC, I've got Shilpa from Ash Designs as well. So while we are waiting, so Ash Designs, thank you so much for your support. What do you guys design? What's your business?
Okay, so we are actually a printing and signage company. So not just graphic designing, we make, your light boxes, wall graphics, everything to do with printing. And we are so proud to be associated with Harman Foundation. Awesome, awesome work. And because of you, all these women are able to come on the stage and take their trophies. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Shilpa, well said. I was telling her, looks like this event is Women's Empowerment Day because husbands are saying, that's amazing. I have approached few sponsors and they are waiting. Oh, my missus is coming. My wife is coming. That's amazing. Thank you, guys. 3 cheers.
Hooray.
Thank you so much. Do you want to just pass on a trophy as well? Thank you. I think, I want to sit on that table next to you guys because that's the entrepreneurial, high energy corner. And thank you so much. It's amazing to see all these young businesses, small businesses, young entrepreneurs to coming on stage. And now if I can get Councillor Maninder Singh ji just to come on stage, along with Mr. Benjamin as well, Councillor Ben. All right, now we've got another great supporter. A lot of you already know him. His name is Jaspreet. ARC Innovation is architectural building designing company, and I think most of Western Sydney, or I'd say every second house of Western Sydney has been designed by Arc Innovation. So big round of applause for Arc Innovation, guys. We've got this young sponsor and a young supporter, Malvin. And it's amazing. Friday night, he's been here. He's been helping with the raffle tickets as well. So great volunteers as well as great supporters. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for your support. Who's next? You need to tell me. All right, can I get the next sponsor, please? From, can I get Desire Creations? And if I can get somebody from Haveli as well. I know they're probably busy making sure everything's flowing smoothly with the catering. But if we can get someone from Haveli here, as well as from Desire Creations. And all the other sponsors as well, please. Whoever hasn't been called out, please just walk up to the stage. You'll be making life a little bit easy for our backstage volunteers as well. If you can just walk up backstage and we can acknowledge your support. Okay, Desire are not here, I've been told. What about the car wash? Can we get Har Guru Car Wash, please? Do we have anyone from the car wash business here? And if I can get from Mahar Indian Cuisine as well, please. Yep, we've got someone coming from Mahar Indian Cuisine. I'd also like to thank our media partners. We've got Desi Australia, we've got Punjab Herald, Indian Link News, we've got PTC Punjabi, Public Telegraph, Hanji Radio, The Unmute, Friends World TV. And I think this is Kehte Sunte, but in Punjabi it's probably Kithe Sunte, but I don't know. I think it's probably Kehte Sunte. Paji, what's your name? Thank you so much for your support, Jaspal and Raj. Thank you so much. All right, guys, I'll just make a quick last call out to the sponsors who haven't been on stage. So if we have anyone from Haveli Indian Restaurant, from Har Guru Car Wash, from Core Collections have already been here, Ash Designs has been here, and if I can have anybody from Infinitive Finance Solutions, is it? Yeah. Infinitive Finance Solutions, please. Is there anybody here? Amrit Kaur from Infinitive, please. Okay, thank you. All right, we'll just wait for, sorry to keep you waiting. Have you guys had your dinner? Yeah. Yeah, was it good? Yeah, good. Make sure you give a good review to Haveli. Thank you. And just please bear with us for a minute. We've got the Infinitive Finance Solutions here. Thank you so much, Mr. Akalji. Do you want to tell a little bit about your business very quickly?
I'm from Infinitive Finance, mortgage financer, and we are experts in all kind of commercial, business, and home loans. Thank you.
And whereabouts are you based?
We're in Bella Vista.
Bella Vista.
Yeah.
Excellent. The place to be. Well, thank you so much for all your support. And if we can get a quick photo with the sponsors. Trophy de do, koi bhi de do chakke. Koi bhi chakke de do, veer ji koi bhi de do, phada do hale. Yep. Oh, have you got somebody here from Haveli as well? Okay, just bear with me for a minute and then. By the way, let's give a big round of applause to the photographers here as well. What an amazing job these guys are doing, just standing at the front for hours, taking amazing photos. So thank you so much, guys. And now we've got Haveli. Paji, thank you so much. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਚੰਗਾ ਕੰਮ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ I can see everyone's enjoying your food. ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਨਾਂ ਕੀ ਹੈ ਭਾਜੀ?
ਰੇਸ਼ਮ ਜੀ।
Alright, that's ਰੇਸ਼ਮ ਜੀ ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਨਾਂ?
ਇਹ ਮੈਂ ਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬਾਡੀਗਾਰਡ ਨਾਲ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਏ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਡਰ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਸਟੇਜ ਤੇ ਜਾਣ ਤੇ ਤਾਂ ਕਰਕੇ ਮੈਂ ਨਾਲ ਆ।
ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਰੋਟੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਵਾਦ ਹੈ so his food is so good he needs a bodyguard just around him. Thank you very much Paji. Thank you for your support. Te please we would like to get a photograph with Minder ji please just Alright, so I think that was the last sponsors that we have acknowledged. I'd like to just make one more announcement before we clear the stage for some performances. Thank you so much. Sorry, DJ, can I get you to please turn the music down? Thank you so much. All right, guys, thanks a lot. Obviously, we're missing a few sponsors because we've got some trophies left. Now, all right, while everyone's enjoying their meal, I'd just like to announce, all right, guys, I'd like to announce a Volunteer of the Year.
Can I please request you to stay? As Jaideep said, we are actually going to announce, a couple of awards. And these kind of, programs or events, it's not possible without hard work of the volunteers. And I would like to invite on the stage, Volunteer of the Year, Mr.
Before we announce the Volunteer of the Year, I just want to explain what the Volunteer of the Year really means. So there's a person who's relentlessly saying yes to anything thrown at him, or her for that matter, could be. But in this instance, it's a him. And there are a lot of volunteers. Look, this could not happen without, I've just come literally for whatever, 10 minutes, and I was asked to acknowledge the sponsors. But I know there have been meetings for probably 3 or 4 months, Saturdays, Sundays, late hours. At night, late hours. So there's a lot of organizing that goes behind this. And I remember a few years back, I would go to a function like this and I would say, Indian functions, this is not right, that's not right, or the music was just too loud, or the food wasn't good. Very easy to pass judgments sitting on the sidelines. And I'm just talking about myself. I did that. But now I realize the amount of work that goes to pull off something like this. Surely it's not perfect. Surely it could go much better. But it cannot be done without the volunteers. So big round of applause for all the volunteers, please. Seriously, the amount of work these guys do is unbelievable. And the best part is, these volunteers don't want to know any questions. They don't ask any questions. They don't want to know why they are doing it. They just come in and they just show up and do it. There's one person who has been working year on year and does literally everything. Anything that has to be thrown on, let's give it to Supreet. So the Volunteer of the Year is Supreet Singh. Big round of applause. And I know he'll be very upset because he didn't want to come on stage. And I know I'm probably risking my friendship, or well, he's like a younger brother. So but you deserve this, Supreet. You really deserve this. Last year, Supreet was behind the computers, behind the audio visual. For 7 hours, he was just standing. He didn't even have a meal. So that's the kind of work Supreet does. The only problem with him is he doesn't know how to say no. But like Supreet, we've got a lot of other volunteers as well. But certainly, as far as your selfless service goes, Supreet, and I know you're very humble, but it's important to share this because it inspires people. It makes others sort of take that one little step as well. Do you want to say anything? Come on, few words, just anything.
Basically, I have done nothing. The volunteers that have actually done a lot more work are the counselors who are day in, day out are talking to these victims. And the job that they actually do is phenomenal. For me, it's nothing. It's peanuts compared to what these guys go through. So honestly, this award actually goes to those counsellors, because dealing with those cases, it's not an easy task. And I have seen this personally myself as well, right? Seeing them work, it's phenomenal. So all I can say is, look, thank you very much for this award, but there are a lot more other people that are deserving than me.
Absolutely, and that's a lot of genuine humility there. And Supreet is an IT professional, so there's a lot of back-end systems that he has put together. So, and he has a very, very real feel for what happens with the helpline and with her house. So thank you so much, Supreet. Thank you. We appreciate your continued support and your volunteering and your time. Thank you. All right, I'll pass it back to the MCs. Guys, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Can I please request if Kirat, can you hear me? Kirat, tonu meri awaaz aa rahi hai. Kirat and Mansi, can I please request you to come on the stage? So we've got 2 more awards in this category. I would like to request Harinder ji to come on the stage to give awards to the long-standing volunteer, Kirat. Long-standing volunteer, Kirat. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, can you please come on the stage? We got a stage. And can I please request Mansi? A big round of applause for Mansi. Mansi has been tirelessly, Maninderji, she has been working tirelessly for Harman Foundation, and the work that you do is commendable. Congratulations and thank you for being there for Harman Foundation always. Ambassador of Harman Foundation, Mansi Bhatia. And next one, our long-standing volunteer, Miss Kirat Kaur. Miss Kirat Kaur, please come on the stage. Big round of applause for Kirat. Again, tirelessly, she never say no. She never say no, and she's always there for Harman Foundation. Thank you. Hanji, one more, sorry, for Puneet Kaur, Harman Foundation Precious Gem Award. Puneet. All right, whilst we are waiting for our volunteers, we do have raffle prizes. I know we promised that you have actually won, you are going to win lots and lots of prizes. So can I please have raffle tickets so we can draw the raffle prize? Raffle. We'll do the raffle now. All right, are you guys ready to win prizes? Raffle prizes. Oh, Puneet, a gem award. Gem award goes to Puneet. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Okay, raffle draw. Are we ready? Can I please have Jag Taliwal on the stage? Jag Taliwal on the stage, please. Jag Taliwal, can you please come on the stage? Yeah, we're doing the raffle. All right, let's see who's the lucky winner. Lucky winner. Bobby ji, will you? मैं बुलाया? Jug, can you hear me? Can you please come on the stage to draw the raffle prize? नहीं सुन रहे. Any volunteers to draw the raffle prizes? Any volunteers? Oh yeah, you come up. Come up. We've got a little volunteer who's gonna draw the raffle prize. Okay. All right, so whilst we're waiting for a volunteer to come up, we'll draw the first prize. We'll draw the first prize, then we'll actually move on to our Gidda. Yeah, come on. Come on, girl. Pick one. Pick one. Can you read? All right, so Troy Allams. Troy Allams, first prize. Congratulations. First raffle.
Yeah, okay.
Troy, can you please come? Can you please bring your ticket? We need to see your ticket. Yep. I know it says your name, but we still need to see your ticket.
The number is 071. Black D. D.
Black D071. Okay, so whilst we're waiting for him to actually come and collect his first prize, yeah, you can give it, Shelly. Congratulations. And can we please move on to our Gidda? Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for Gidda? Do we know what Gidda is? Gidda is a Punjabi folk dance. ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਜੀ ਨੱਚਣ ਵਾਲੀ ਦੀ ਅੱਡੀ ਨਾ ਰਹਿੰਦੀ ਗਾਣ ਵੇਲੇ ਦਾ ਮੂੰਹ ਬੋਲੀ ਮੈਂ ਪਾਵਾਂ ਨੱਚ ਲੈ ਗਿੱਧੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੂੰ ਬੋਲੀ ਮੈਂ ਪਾਵਾਂ ਨੱਚ ਲੈ ਗਿੱਧੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੂੰ All right guys, put your hands together for our Gidda girls coming up very very soon. आ गए जी लश्कारे पंजाब दे लश्कारे पान
ਹਸੇ ਤੂੰ ਓਏ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਤੇਰੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਗੱਭਰੂ ਦਾ ਦਿਲ ਲੁੱਟਿਆ ਨਹੀਂ ਦਿਲ ਲੁੱਟਿਆ ਏ ਸੁਰਮਾ ਪਾ ਕੇ ਲੰਗੇ ਰੱਖੇ ਕਲਿੱਪ ਵਾਲੇ ਵਾਲਾਂ ਦੇ ਪਾਸੇ ਤੂੰ ਓ ਕਿੰਨੀ ਵਾਰ ਦਾ ਪਿੱਛੋਂ ਛੱਡੇ ਨਾ ਸਬੂਤ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਕਰਦਾ ਪੀਰ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਓ ਯਾਰਾ ਦਾ ਸੀ ਯਾਰ ਪੱਲੀਏ ਨੀ ਤੂੰ ਸਨਾ ਦਾ ਜਾਦੂ ਕਰਿਆ ਕੰਨੀ ਹੱਥ ਕਈਆਂ ਦੇ ਹੱਥ ਚੱਲ ਵਈ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਜੱਟ ਨੂੰ ਤੂੰ ਕਾਬੂ ਕਰਿਆ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਬੱਲੀਏ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਦਿੱਲੀ ਵਾਂਗੂ ਦੇਖੇ ਅਜਮਾ ਕੇ ਉਹ ਕੱਲਾ ਕਿਹੜਾ ਬੇਬੇ ਦਾ ਸੀ ਪੁੱਤ ਮਿੱਠੀ ਰਹਿੰਦੀ
करता यार. What happened? Hang on, hang on. Oh gosh. Hello. Where is the Neeru? Where is the MC? She's there, she's there. Or check. Can you go and announce the media sponsors further?
We hope you really enjoyed that performance, the Gidda performance, the real energetic one. And we've got one last performance for the day, the Bhangra, the vigorous, the robust performance that's coming up, the final one to wrap up the day. Before that, let's quickly acknowledge our media partners. I would like to call upon some of the names. If you could please come on the stage and, receive the certificates before we move on to the Bhangra. So please, can I call Harpreet Singh? Harpreet Singh? Moving over, Avtar Singh Sangha. Yes. We'll go to it later. Avtar Singh Sangha. Trilochan Singh. If any of you are here, please feel free to come up to the stage. I would keep going. Shweta. Shweta. Manju Mittal. Manju. Harinder Singh. Can I please call Harinder Singh? Amandeep Banipal. Amandeep Banipal and Kaushal. So, PTC Punjabi. So the media partners, they've been really instrumental in spreading the message of Harman Foundation far and wide. And we would like to totally take this time to appreciate these people who have been the voice of Harman Foundation in a sense. Please, I know, Danipal. Amandeep Manipal is here as well. We're taking a moment for a photograph which could be really good for keeps. So, can I please ask you, I know that everyone's tired, but, for whatever they have done, for being the voice of the Harman Foundation, can you please give it away for these media partners? Benipal. So Harinder ji wants me to ask you this question of...
He runs a blog.
Oh, you run a blog as well. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's fantastic. So can we ask you, how do you determine what to write in your blog? How do you determine what to write in your blog?
We film. Writing is separate. But see, we make videos and stuff. So most of the time, we try to portray whatever's wrong in the society. Whatever we've learnt, we try to portray the positive outcome of that, how we can turn an unfortunate event into an opportunity, sort of like the principle of Harman Foundation, turning kind of like a tragic circumstance in your life and building upon it so that others may benefit. So that's what I found common, and that's why I'm here today in support of Harman Foundation.
Okay. All right, yeah. Yeah, so what is the message? Blogging and vlogging is becoming the trend, the time of the day, the flavor of the day. And a lot of people are taking it up as well. So what is the message that you would like to convey?
I think message is standing with me on the stage with me today. So I think our culture is quite diverse. It's got its strengths, but also got its weaknesses. I think I saw on your slide, it said you get one domestic violence call every day from our community. So the message is to pick and choose the most, I guess, atrocious crimes that are happening in our society and do something about it. And if you can't do something about it, then the people who are doing something about it, you can at least come and support them, because they actually have the living and the breathing DNA to help those people. Least we could do is come here and support. And that's what we're doing today. So messages, if you can't do it yourself, support the people who are doing it.
That's an amazing spot-on message. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And all the best with your blog. And here comes the very last item of the day. Punjabi. They're going to perform the Bhangra for us. And the group was established so that the younger children, the younger people of the community could be taught Bhangra as well as Gida. And now that they can't see me, they're putting the music on. So I would stop blabbering and get the dancers onto the stage. So please welcome the lovely Bhangra team. And energetic as well.
come back. Come back. Well done, Ru Punjabdi. You've done really well. Saan le lo. I know thirty zyada audience nahi hegi, but whoever is here, you know, and we all appreciate and thank you for your patience. Can I please have a big round of applause for Nidhan Singh, Arjun Singh Basi, Sahibjeet Singh, and lucky last, Manveer Singh. Well done, guys. Can you go outside and take a professional photo? Thank you. All right, now we're going to do, you know how we announced our kids? They have actually made beautiful posters for Harman Foundation. So we're going to pick top 5, and everyone else who actually made a poster, they're going to get some chockies. So are we ready? Let's hear our winners first. And get ready after this to sway your dance. Yeah, all the kids. Can I please have all the kids on the stage? All right, our first winner is Sanvi. Sanvi, can you please come on the stage? Our next one is Help People Forever, ACUS. ACUS. Can I please ask all the kids to come here, to come on the stage and get your chocolates? Gurman, come here, guys. Come here. Ete aajo stage te aajo sare. Our Bani Mengi. Look at the posters, guys. We're going to put it online. We'll take a photo and we'll put it online. Come here, guys. Mankirat Kaur. Come here. Aajo. Mankirat. You guys are good. You made such a lovely posters. Very nice.
Oh my gosh, I see the way you shine. Take your hand, my dear, and place them both in mine. You know you stopped me.
And lucky last, Bindu.
Now I'm back to see you dance just one more time.